Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today, we're presenting a huge 10-match supercard loaded with title fights, and then we're picking a fight with another promotion, Fire Pro Wrestling World. First, I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or check us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big world of ours, we're happy to have you with us. I hope today finds you well. You may have noticed there, just from my reading of that, feeling a little off today, but we're still here, we're still having fun. I got some title fights to hype up, so that might bring up my energy levels. Let's get down to the GWA Event Center so I can talk about those. Hiya! There we are. Talk about tonight's major matches. As we said, we have a big 10-match major event. It's our Year 7 May show. 5 titles are going to be on the line, so half the show is going to be title matches. And then after that, I am determined in the Year 7 Month 6, or the June show, we are going to pick a fight with somebody out there. We are friendly with every other promotion across the wrestling universe that we inhabit. So we're going to pick a fight with one of them, and we're going to have a good old-fashioned promotional battle. I was just doing a little stat, or not really stat reading, but just sort of doing a quick history for myself of how we've performed in previous promotion battles. And that's why I was also a little distracted as we got on air, but distracted no longer. And speaking of something that is no longer, we are no longer without the NXT title, as serious negotiations had to happen, but LA Knight has finally agreed to terms on joining the GWA and putting the NXT title on the line. Now remember, we've considered the NXT Championship a wayward championship for a long time and spent many months trying to get LA Knight in for a spot show here and there to try to get him to drop the title. Nope, they wanted a contract. That's fine, but we've also brought in Trent Seven from NXT proper to try to win the belt back to the promotion. And little does LA Knight know that there's a clause in his contract that says he is gainfully employed with the GWA so long as he is NXT champion. So we're just going to go ahead and do a good old-fashioned belt dumping with LA Knight to get the NXT title back to NXT, and then we'll probably free up the roster spot. But until then, you're going to enjoy some NXT title matches, the first of which, possibly the only of which, is going to be LA Knight versus Trent Seven. Now, speaking of difficult negotiations and a lot of work that went into putting a match together, we also have some more friends in from various promotions, including Impact Wrestling, as the Impact Trios Championship will be on the line. A team in from Impact Wrestling facing champions representing the Standard here in the GWA, Bret Hart and Will Hobbs, teaming up with Eddie Edwards of Impact, are our current champions. And the Team Impact challenging them is Matt Cardona, Rosemary, and Hernandez, coming in to try to wrestle the Impact Trios titles back to Impact Wrestling itself. And then from there on in, we have 3 more title fights, all of which are GWA titles. But first, we have a bit of stable news to report. The worst kept secret of the week is that Hayabusa has joined Raven's faction. Raven quoted as saying that now that his stable is complete, it has opened the door to the House of Misery, as he is now calling the group. The Doldrums are no more. In their place, the House of Misery. Raven, their leader, Mike Awesome, Taz, and Hayabusa, rounding out that lethal quartet. And he, Hayabusa that is, has a huge match in his first ever GWA match, taking on GWA Junior Champion Kairi Sane for the title. I don't know how Raven managed to negotiate this contract, but good work on the leader of the now dubbed House of Misery. Let's see if it'll lead Hayabusa to victory in his first ever match in the GWA ring. GWA Junior title on the line. We got 2 more title fights to talk about in our semi-main event. The leader of the Heat business, Eddie Guerrero, putting the Hall of Fame Championship on the line against Kenny Omega. Not a lot to be said about this. This was slated, penciled in to be Brody Lee, but Brody Lee falling to Kenny Omega at the last month's show, and so impressing the GWA officials that he has usurped his ability to get a title shot here, sending ripples through the Standard locker room. I can tell you that. There's a reason we left Brody Lee off the card. He was, I don't want to say despondent, but he certainly was quite angry about how he messed up his career a little bit, but he'll get back on track. He's been in the doldrums before, no pun intended. He's come back on through. Speaking of coming back and reigning supreme. We have a new GWA World Heavyweight Champion. Both of the men in our main event tournament tested as the newly crowned World Champion CM Punk, having survived that 8-man tournament, beating Bret Hart in the finals, is putting his belt on the line for the very first time against Kazuchika Okada, who in one night, along with Keith Lee and Kairi Sane, won the Trios Tournament of Terror and earned this very title shot. And also would like to point out that Kazuchika Okada has won the Trios Tournament of Terror, or been part of the Trios that has won the Tournament of Terror, 2 out of the 3 years of its existence so far. He was unsuccessful in his first title shot cash-in. This is his second. He's going for the biggest prize in our industry against CM Punk, who will be making his first title defense. So energy and intensity is going to be high in that one. And that is all the title fight action we're going to be able to tell you about. Up until, of course, we booked that promotional battle. I think you have to put belts on the line in that, so that's why I can't necessarily tell you about the fights, because I don't know what they are yet. But now we can get on down to the GWA Arena for our May show. 10 big fights coming up. First, you are going to see, this kind of tickled me when I put it together, so I kind of had to do it. That is Kevin Blackwood and Bison Smith, representing the Black Moon Fight Club, who have a legitimate beef, of course, with the now christened House of Misery, here represented by Mike Awesome and Taz. But I also thought it was extra funny that Kevin Blackwood and Bison Smith become Kevin Smith in our tag team naming scheme here, as they are set to take on Awesome and Taz, representing the House of Misery. House of Misery versus the Black Moon Fight Club. Let me get my big dumb face out of the way for all y'all, and let's get on down to the ring for some action. Jackson, as you have come to expect, the predominant referee here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot, signals for the whistle, and we are underway. Mike Awesome starting things off for the House of Misery. He'll be the taller gentleman in the trunks and flowing mullet. Kevin Blackwood in the long tights, throwing those drop kicks. Certainly more tattoos on Kevin Blackwood than Austin as well, if you need anything else to differentiate between the two. Also, it literally says Awesome across Mike Awesome's butt. Might help out as well. As Blackwood tags out to the power member of his group, in comes Bison Smith, the Black Moon Fight Club, and quickly Mike Awesome switching things up as it's Taz. It's a suplex attempt stuffed. Bison Smith will be looking to wear you down for a number of powerbomb variations, as well as the Bicentennial, his version of what we call the Styles Clash. Now just imagine taking a Styles Clash, but the man giving it to you is over 300 pounds. It's an extra 100 pounds or more coming down, crashing on top of you with the force of that move, versus the phenomenal version you would see in another promotion. You see Bison Smith trying to play the submission game against Taz. I don't know if that's a game you are going to win, good sir. Seems to have riled Taz up here. Back and forth they go. Bison Smith getting the better of that exchange in the early going. Oh, missing the follow-up forearm, and in comes Mike Awesome. Bison Smith likewise tagging in the fresher Kevin Blackwood, and we're back to the two gentlemen that began the fight. Mike Awesome for the House of Misery, and Kevin Blackwood for the Black Moon Fight Club, the BMF Club. As Undertaker would prefer everyone refer it if they need to shorten it. Diving headbutt to the small of the back of Mike Awesome by Blackwood there, trying to seize up the torso. The much bigger Mike Awesome perhaps take some of the sting out of those power bombs that are surely to come. Excuse me, awesome bombs that are surely to come. Nothing doing on that attempt by Blackwood. Awesome quickly into a jackknife cover. Just a 1 count. Nice work by Blackwood to slip out. Here comes Bison Smith in relief. Awesome able to thwart the double team, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander here, as in comes Taz. We got fresh tags on both sides. Fresh tags now. Smell them. Piping hot from the oven. Fresh tags. Nice work by Smith here to try to isolate Taz in his corner.
Give up.
Oh. Taz able to block the Irish whip attempt. Grounding Bison Smith. That's where Taz hopes to go to work. Just getting overpowered at the moment, though, by Bison Smith. Now locking on a single leg.
Give up.
Trying to take the rather stout, powerful legs out from underneath Taz here. Oh, nice pile driver by the human suplex machine. Looking for one of those suplexes, but Smith able to pull him into a bulldog. And we once again get fresh tags. Nice of Bison Smith to push the double team effort away, keeping Kevin Blackwood and himself from harm. Blackwood back in with the chair. He's got till 5 to drop that. Shot to the midsection of Awesome does little, but it might have led to the opportunity to lock in that headlock. Smartly done by Blackwood, trying to take the oxygen out of the lungs of Mike Awesome. You can't fight if you can't breathe, no matter how big you are. As we pass the 10-minute mark of this opening tag team contest, one of 10 big fights we're bringing to you. We're back in front of an American audience for the first time in a long time. I believe we're in a 40,000-seater. Hang on. Sit out Awesome Bomb right in front of Bison Smith, but he's got all the confidence in the world that Kevin Blackwood will kick out, and he does at 2. Bison Smith tagged in. Awesome luring him into the corner of the House of Misery and tagging in Taz. Oh my! Immediately into the Iron Claw goes Bison Smith. There's a few variations of that as well, including an Iron Claw slam he can put his opponents away with. Nice exchange there into pin attempts. Once again going back to the legs of Smith. Oh my! Thrown halfway across the ring. And then back again by both Awesome and Taz in succession there. And the rest of the way and to the floor. Bit of one-upsmanship between Taz and Awesome there. And this fight is spilled outside of the GWA ring. No disqualifications or countouts. Anything goes as you see Blackwood freely swinging that chair. Third one involved in the match. Hang on. Nice butterfly suplex by Blackwood. Nice power bomb by Smith. Now a step over into the Dragon Sleeper by Blackwood. Showing that submission game. It led to him being chosen for this team to go against the duo of Taz and Awesome. And you saw Taz throwing Bison Smith onto that chair, and then he gets hit with a bicentennial onto the chair. Does Taz, but he's up in a flurry. More chairs being introduced into the matchup. Awesome winning that battle. Oh, quick cutter in the ring by Blackwood, hoping to steal one here on Taz. Rolls him over. Meanwhile on the floor, Awesome with an Awesome bomb to Bison. Head and arm Tazplex. Just tossing Bison Smith around. Impressive work by Taz. I believe we had 2 tags made once again. Yes, we did. Awesome and Blackwood, once again legal. Again, the 2 gentlemen that started this contest. 15 minutes later, still slugging it out. Nice cutter by Blackwood, but Awesome back to his feet. Daring Blackwood to bring the fight to him. Blackwood obliges with that drop kick. Nicely done. Go around into the DDT. Trying to slow Awesome down and keep him in that blue corner as Blackwood. Another cutter and into the pin. Solid 2 count there. You saw Bison Smith running D. Able to stall Taz. But Mike Awesome able to kick out under his own power. Oh! Hoof to the ding dong by Kevin Blackwood. I don't know what day of MMA school they teach you that. Anything to win, I suppose. That's Bison Smith and Taz once again locking horns here. Hang on, Iron Claw into the slam! Hooks the leg 1! Nope. Wrong part of town, Mike Awesome able to break that up. Ooh. Just bodies Blackwood to the canvas there. Bison, big powerbomb whip to Taz. Trying to draw some strength for the crowd here, but he gets distracted. Spike with a pile driver. Oh, counters into a bulldog. Forearm shot takes down Taz. Taz able to reverse off the ropes. Good gracious. Blackwood saving the matchup for his partner there for sure. I think that move knocked the wind out of the first row. As well as Bison Smith, who's still in there fighting. Oh, and about to take a second variation, this time from Awesome. Awesome going up for the Awesome Splash, perhaps. Nope, waiting for him to stand. Diving clothesline to the back of the head of Bison Smith. Just bowls him over that football tackle. Smith scurries back to his corner, and in comes Blackwood v. Awesome once again. Over 20 minutes gone in this one. Blackwood trying to set Awesome up for something. Clips the leg. Another cutter. Into the cover goes Blackwood. 1, 2. Oh, Awesome barely escaped that time. Blackwood going to be looking to work the legs to soften him up for that heel and ankle and sort of knee bar he's got. Both are into that heel hook of his. Bars the knee. Takes full control of one of your legs, says Blackwood, if he can help it. Butterfly suplex into a quick pin. May have just done that to lure Awesome into the ring. Bicentennial and another cutter. 2 in a row for Taz, but Taz is back up. Once again, working the chin. Nice crusher there. Smartly done by Blackwood to slow Taz down once he popped up from that second cutter. Bison Smith able to stuff that attempt at the Taz mission. And we fight on. Belly to belly sends Bison to the floor. And a German sends Blackwood outside too. Taz just tossing his opponents around here. Bison Smith doing all he can to just grab a headlock. Try to control Taz for the moment. Got the man stunned, does Bison Smith. Not only momentarily. That throwing belly to belly lands him in the center of the ring and allows Taz to tag back in to Mike Awesome. We're approaching 30 minutes in this tag team contest, the first of 10 big matchups headed your way today. Before we start a promotional battle, hang on! Oh, God. Crucifix Awesome Bomb and just bounces his head off the canvas. Sure, a drop kick, why not? To follow it up, what a combination there from Awesome. But Bison says no! Bicentennial center of the ring! 1, 2, and Taz breaks it up. Oh, God. Oh, Awesome off the ropes with a quick splash, and that does it! Catching Bison Smith unawares. Perhaps all Bison had left was that one showing following that vicious combination of maneuvers from Mike Awesome there. In any case, your winners, the House of Misery. Mike Awesome pinning Bison Smith in a 5-star whore to start our show. Good stuff. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. Take a seat. I hope you'll have your popcorn ready to go. Okay, Mike Awesome. Just gotta write this down properly. Mike Awesome on Bison Smith. All right. So far, so good. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sometimes I book these like truth be told, I might book like the first show of next week's broadcast later tonight after I'm done broadcasting, or certainly like over the weekend I try to have it booked by. And sometimes I forget what I have booked. Such is the case right now when I forgot that I booked the following singles contest. Bobby Lashley versus Vader. That's all I need to say. Let's just get down to the ring. Bobby Lashley v. Vader. Vader, a recent signing here in the GWA. Mr. Bigfoot sizing up both competitors and calling for the whistle. We are underway here. Bobby Lashley, proud member of the Heat business. Oh, Vader, proud man of it on his own. Looking to clubber his way into title contention here in the GWA. Oof, let me just punch my microphone. Uppercut.
Give up.
Ooh, I blasted it. Came half out of its coupling. Anyway. Ooh. Nice reversal there by Vader. Sending Lashley off the ropes. High back body drop. Looking to be throwing him over the ropes. Didn't quite make it. Vader nearly going here. Seemingly having the advantage. Lashley looking to slow him down. Nice reversal there into the back brain lariat. Lashley has the strength to hang with Vader. That is of no doubt. But can you withstand the overwhelming might of the Mastodon? Nice delayed suplex. Strength and technique on display there from Bobby Lashley. But Vader fighting back now. Back and forth they go. Vader with those clubbing shots, able to drop Lashley. Now trying to follow up is the big man. Quick body slam. Lashley once again trying to slow things down. Trying to work the arms of Vader so he can't hit him with them. Suplex. Lashley finds himself on the floor. Quickly returns to the ring before Vader can follow him out. I don't think Lashley is too happy about the prospect of being out on the floor with no DQ or no countout with the man they call Vader. Oh dear. Saito suplex there from Vader. 5 minutes into this one, we're starting to see some of the heavier offense come out. He's trying to grind Bobby Lashley down in his way. As you see a bear hug applied here by Vader.
Give up.
Vader arrived in a big van. Har, har, har. There we go. There's a nice heel hook. That's what Kevin Blackwood would have been looking for in that last match. You can see what the match has already taken out of Vader. Try to find a... There we go. Finds a little time and space here to catch his breath. Try to get back into this fight properly. Oh. Keep his offensive momentum rolling here. Bobby Lashley doing his best to try to just slow Vader down, stop him, so he can hit some of his better stuff. Oh my God! Turned him inside out and flipped him over the ropes to the apron, and then follows it up with a vicious powerbomb. Too close to the ropes, though. That might have saved Bobby Lashley there. What a 1-2 combination. First that clothesline over the ropes, and then that powerbomb also turning Lashley inside out. Nobody throws a powerbomb like Vader, and I do mean throw. Short arm clothesline, and Vader's going up. Could it be? Nope, not enough time. Thought we may have seen the Vader salt there. Hang on! Nicely done by Lashley. Some of his better offense coming to the forefront, but Vader stuffs him and power bombs him. Says no thank you, and almost puts Lashley down. 2.9, Lashley fighting on. Trying to ground the big man now. Has still 5 to break that. Not a legal hold here. Spear off the ropes by Lashley. Vader barely escapes. Lashley trying to take advantage of his superior cardiovascular conditioning. Oh, he rolled him over into the pin. Oh, still barely able to escape his Lashley. Again powerbombed. Vader running on fumes, it seems. Unable to hit these high impact moves and into the cover. Lashley out at 2 once again. Vader catching his wind. Oh, back to the clubbering. Vicious clothesline by Vader, and he's going up. Vader salt, but again, too close to the ropes. Dodges a takedown attempt and spikes him with a choke slam. Everything Vader does, flipping his opponents over with the force. Pun intended. Bobby Lashley doing his best to just try to ground Vader and slow him down. Fighting back with a clothesline now. Vader again. Stuffing the comeback attempt from Lashley. Nice fall-away slam there by Bobby. Both men back to their feet at about the same time. Dominator by Bobby Lashley. Too close to the ropes once again, and that might have saved Vader this time. Big spear off the ropes. Into the cover goes Bobby Lashley. No, Vader's out at 2. Lashley trying to build momentum here. Vader trying to get back on track. Nice suplex reversal by Lashley. Pressing toward 15 minutes in this one. The longer this goes, the more it is going to favor Bobby Lashley. You have to figure, hang on, unless he keeps getting spiked like that. Ropes saving Lashley once again after that powerbomb. Choke slam this time by Vader. Drags him away from the ropes. Stomping away. Able to catch his breath a bit. Once again getting grounded, and it's Lashley's turn now to catch his breath. All-away slam to the big man. From, I think, Boulder Creek, Colorado? Is that it? Another vicious powerbomb, and again, Lashley saved by the ropes. Saito suplex as a follow-up from the Mastodon Vader. And now, a Dominator by Vader! A Doma Vader! And Lashley's out at 2. The cheek of Vader to steal one of Lashley's signature maneuvers. But it still doesn't get the job done. Another Saito suplex by Vader, but Lashley's back to his feet first. Headed toward the 20-minute mark here. Lashley trying to put Vader down and out. Dominator. Vader with a go behind, another Saito. Lashley's up, but he's dazed. Vader's got to catch his breath as well. Short arm clothesline. Boston Crab, that will do it. Vader pulling back with all his might. Bobby Lashley unable to contain the pain any longer. All the damage, the cumulative damage to the back of Bobby Lashley with all those choke slams and power bombs. Getting the tap out victory as Vader. Couldn't pin him, but he made him tap. Does Big Van Vader. Okay. And we're in the 90s, which I like. Good to see. All right. I'll allow it. I mean, nowhere to go from down, starting with that 5-star match. Ah, yes. Now we got a trios contest. Let me just check my own notes so I can tell you exactly who's involved here. All right, on the GWA side of things, that's going to be the blue corner. We're going to see Becky Lynch, Kurt Angle, whose name you see down below, and Booker T. So Becky Lynch, Kurt Angle, and Booker T representing Team GWA, if you want to call them that. And opposing them, we have a trio of guests from other promotions. We have Jay Lethal in from Ring of Honor. We have Toru Uwashi in from DDT. And once again, we have Diana Perazzo. I don't know what I said the first time. In from Impact Wrestling. So that's why Becky Lynch is in there to counteract Diana Perazzo. Jay Lethal and Kurt Angle have history. Booker T and Toru Owashi have none. They're just in the match together. As we have trios activity to follow up that scintillating singles contest, let me just go ahead and save our place and get back down to the ring. Hey-ya! As always, senior official here in the GWA, Senor Sasquatch, calls for the whistle, and we are underway. Jay Lethal starting things off with Kurt Angle. There you see Becky Lynch and Booker T in the blue corner, representing the GWA. In a moment, we'll see Jay Lethal's partners. There you see Toru Owashi in the corner closest to the ramp, and around the corner from him, Diana Perazzo, who faced Becky Lynch one-on-one at our last show. 2 shows ago, I should say. Becky Lynch coming out the victor there in a 94%, so a real good match they had together.
Give
That
up.
rivalry apparently continuing here in this trios contest, as now Toru Owashi is in for the guest team, and Booker T is in for the GWA crew. Sending Owashi to the floor. This thing turning into a fight rather than a friendly match quicker than I was assuming. Here in the opening minutes here. Piece of table already brought into play. All 6 competitors. There's a quick 3D on the floor to Kurt Angle. Everybody out here a feuding and a fussing. The spirit of friendly competition perhaps burning a little too brightly in the early going here. No countouts, no disqualifications. It's not like we're in our annual Trios Tournament of Terror. This is your standard Trios fare. I believe our legal fighters are Booker T and Toru Owashi, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong here. But the fight will continue until both of the illegal combatants are once again in the ring. There we go. Oh, now it's going to be Toru Owashi and Becky Lynch, from what I can tell. There we go. Into the disarm her goes Becky Lynch in the opening 5 minutes of this contest. Looking to exploit perhaps an advantage early here. And Owashi's got no choice but to tag out and tag out quick. Quick bear hug by Owashi to Lynch on the way out. Trying to wear her down for partner Jay Lethal in there representing Ring of Honor. Hang on. Lethal injection to Becky Lynch, but she's back to her feet. What a way to introduce yourself to the GWA faithful. Here comes Jay Lethal. And Becky Lynch tagging out to Booker T. Oh, Lethal quickly back to his own corner. And in comes Deonna Purrazzo. Another 3D by Purrazzo and Lethal. I think they practiced that. Maybe talked about it on the way here or something. Perhaps they shared a flight. Oh, handspring and a big miss there by Deonna. Trading blows with Booker T. Deonna getting the better of the 6-time world champion. I don't know why I found that amusing. And it's on a tear across the multiverse of Fire Pro Madness. Very bitter that she came up in the losing end of things against Becky Lynch. Looking to prove herself against Becky Lynch and her partners here. Bringing the fight to Booker T. And Booker T bringing it right back with that super kick and into the cover. Oh, barely able to make the save just in time is Jay Lethal. That could have done it. A thank you note in the mail headed Jay Lethal's way from Deonna Purrazzo, I am sure. As Kurt Angle is tagged in, and we're going to see Angle versus Purrazzo in a battle of submission mastery. Oh, nice pump kick by Deonna. Quickly tagging out to Lethal while they have the advantage. And we pass the 10-minute mark. The Enzi and Gaman Giri. The double Giri. The Richard Giri. From the two of them. Back to work on the head and neck of Kurt Angle. Oh, another. This time it's just no assist. Jumping Enziguri. Back brain kick. What that translates to big main event spine buster and into the cover goes Jay Lethal. That inspires the rest of the teams to get involved here. Lethal concentrating on that head and neck of Kurt Angle. No secret the history of neck problems that Kurt Angle has had throughout his career. Heck, prior to his career. Ask him about the time he won his gold medal and how his neck felt at the time. Out goes Lethal as Booker T is tagged back in, and the GWA team looking for any advantage here. Bit of dirty pool against our friends here, but you do what you have to, I suppose. That's Toru Owashi. Huge choke slam onto the chair to Becky Lynch on the floor, and now just hits her in the gut with a sledgehammer. Now a shot across the back. Owashi taking full advantage of the lack of disqualifications for action that happens outside the ring. You'd think this would happen more often. Oh, hang on. Back into the disarmer. Meanwhile, in the ring, Purrazzo having to deal with Booker T and Kurt Angle and holding her own as best she can. Becky Lynch on the floor against Lethal and Owashi. Not doing much better. She You see those E-Honda style hand slaps from Iwashi. Things have calmed down now, at least momentarily. Jay Lethal and Booker T, your legal combatants, but Booker T once again sent to the floor. Angle tag back in legally. Lethal able to make his way back to his corner. In comes Iwashi versus Angle. Angle assisting Jay Lethal in exiting the ring. Iwashi with a big shoulder block off the ropes. Back and forth they go. And this round goes to the Olympic gold medalist. Trying to set Iwashi up for something. Nice suplex by Angle. Perhaps the wrong side of the ring for Iwashi, though. Angles to make a serious pin or submission attempt further into his own corner. The red corner, that is. Goes Iwashi. Hurt now, trying to take control again. Send him back to the blues. Dodges the big boot, but not the Samoan drop. Kurt Angle looking for something here off the ropes. Oh, just a stiff kick to the ribs. Speaking of trying to take the wind out of your sails, just trying to crack a rib of Iwashi there, make it difficult for him to breathe. Full stop. And now Booker T and Kurt Angle after the tag exchange there, once again sending Toru Iwashi to the floor. Angle slammed to Iwashi on the floor. Seemingly a part of the game plan of Kurt Angle. In the ring now, Booker T trying to fend off Lethal and Perazzo, who have amazing tag team chemistry, I've noticed. And on the floor, Iwashi at the mercy of a Kurt Angle ankle lock. Booker T getting his arm pulled off in the middle of the ring. Nearly at the 20-minute mark of this trios match, and it no longer seems like a friendly exhibition match at all. He's breaking down here. We're trying to get the action sorted and back into the ring. Toru Iwashi's got to return, I do believe. It's Toro and Booker. As we pass the 20-minute mark in this one. Let's try. Oh, now Becky Lynch finally able to get her hands on Deonna Purrazzo with that stiff reverse DDT. Bookend by Booker to Iwashi. Into the cover. 1, 2. Broken up by Lethal. Iwashi now with a prison lock. Variation of the figure 4, and Booker T taps. Booker T taps out to Toru Iwashi. And the guests win. I guess it's only polite to let them win. Toru Iwashi with that prison hold. Jail, yeah, well, they call it jail hold. Prison lock, prison hold, whatever you want to call it. It's another Masa Saito move. What's his finish? I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he's also Saito in Noah currently. Uses it as one of his premier holds. Wowzers, and a 5-star trios match at that. Right back on track. 2 out of the 3 matches so far have been 5 stars. All right, our first title fight is up next. As I said, we have hired LA Knight. It was the only way we could get the NXT title to be put on the line. So we're going to keep LA Knight defending that title until he loses it to NXT talent, and then we're going to fire LA Knight. Okay, so we're going to try to keep him happy until then. So he's going to make money while he's here. Don't feel bad. It's a temporary contract. It's the only way we can do it. We're bringing him in for a per-shot deal. He's just making sure to maximize his... he thinks he's here for the long haul. That's up to him, as he's here for as long as he can defend the title. Challenger number 1, Trent Seven. Coming your way right about meow. Funk Soul Brothers, right about meow. Funk Soul Brother, check me out now. Funk Soul Brother. There's the whistle, and we are underway. Trent Seven in the black, red, and white trunks and amateur-style wrestling tights. No knee or elbow pads. LA Knight, the slightly larger gentleman in the red trunks, black elbow and knee pads, black boots. He'll be there hollering quite loudly and naming dummies. Will be LA Knight. Yeah. And if you permit him, he would wish that you let him talk to you. Trent Seven looking for that 7-star clothesline, his version of Kazuchika Okada's Rainmaker, to put LA Knight down, and LA Knight, of course, will be looking to hit that gravy train and retain the NXT Championship, prolonging his career here in the GWA. He doesn't watch his own matches, so he'll never hear the commentary. Don't worry about it. I'm just, I got nothing against LA Knight. Let me say that. Just let me make that clear. He'd be a solid addition to any roster. Guy can talk. I don't know that he necessarily talks people into their seats, but he's certainly a captivating interview, and that if you're flipping around and you see him on TV, you definitely know he's a pro wrestler giving a promo. You can get behind him. There's a sense of authenticity there. As a pro wrestler guy. But a little more depth would be nice. Hey, Rocco, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. You are just in time for the first title fight of the night, as LA Knight in the red trunks is putting the NXT title on the line against Trent Seven there. The black trunks with the red and white trim. Plenty more action headed your way. This is the fourth of 10 matches on our big May card. And then we are challenging another promotion to a fight for our second show tonight. I don't know which promotion yet. No one that we've challenged before. We'll have to fight somebody new. We had something of a friendly exhibition in our previous match that started to get ugly. And Tura Owashi earned a quick submission to sort of nip that in the bud before it got too out of hand. But tensions were definitely rising between Team GWA and Team Friendo. Oh, nice roll through by Trent, but too close to the ropes. Trent's going to be relying on his technical ability to overcome the power advantage that LA Knight has. And blam, gets nailed with the gravy train just like that. This could do it. Two and... LA Knight needed that 3 to retain the title. Trent 7, thankfully only got 2. As the challenger fight's on here now, spilling the action out to the floor. Trent 7 looking to change his fortunes here. And LA Knight ready for him. No countouts, no DQ on the floor. They can brawl all they wish. The only place where a 3 count or a tap out counts. Nice counted. It's inside the confines of the GWA ring. Trent 7 looking to bring the NXT title back to NXT itself. LA Knight, proud to be a member of the GWA roster, but like we said, little does he know, it is contingent upon him holding the NXT title, so we're going to keep putting it on the line until he loses. Until then, he's going to be making GWA money with GWA exposure, so he's going to be doing all right for himself. Trent 7 after that airplane spin, doing a good job keeping the champion on his heels here. Hang on. No sooner do I say that than a huge powerbomb by LA Knight. And smartly rolls back to the center of the ring, the only place he can win the match. Oh, dang. Burning hammer by Trent 7. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. LA Knight escapes out of nowhere. With a burning hammer comes the challenger. Seems to have lit a fire under LA Knight. Back and forth they go. Big discus lariat. A pair of them. And Trent Sevens is the superior for the moment. A lot of discus lariats being thrown these days. Roll through, but too close. Roll-ups are deadly in the GWA ring. Trent 7 knows it well. Sun off the ropes once again, ducks the clothesline, but does not duck the powerbomb. 1, 2, 3, LA Knight retains and remains on the GWA roster. Yeah. All right then. Not too shabby. Like again, I don't have anything against the guy. I'm just trying to get the NXT title back where it belongs. Oh, maybe I do have a little bit against him, because that was the worst match on the show so far. That's alright, we'll show him how it's done with a singles contest with nothing on the line. They will get a much better rating than that. Boom. Hang on, let me get over here and save. We got some more singles action headed your way. Ray Phoenix is on his own, now that he's no longer a member of the full, I don't know, I almost said expelled, The Doldrums are no more. They're a new stable called the House of Misery. Rey Fénix is on his own. He's a good guy, and he's just headed into singles competition against Darby Allin. Some high-quality activity in our light heavyweight division headed your way. Rey Fénix in the blue, Darby Allin in his trademark Daisy Dukes and tights. Mr. Bigfoot calling for the whistle, and we are underway. He is a skater boy, and Rey Fénix is trying to say, see you later, boy. And we'll see how he makes out. Sure. Early submission attempt there from Fénix. Wasn't anticipating that. Look for the pace of this one to be somewhere in the vicinity of sudden. They're not going to let up for even a moment, are either of these competitors. Fénix with a number of flashy, athletic, and impactful maneuvers. Darby Allin, his bread and butter is that coffin drop, that no-look splash off the top rope. Darby Allin looking like a kid at Christmas on Wednesday evening on Dynamite. Seeing the Hardys in the same ring as him and Sting. Like everything he ever wanted in life was happening for him. Back and forth they go here. Both men looking for the early advantage. Goes to Darby Allin in that strike battle. Oh, can't follow up though. Fénix able to. Nice. Super kick combination, ending with that drop kick. Breaking him down to the mat is Rey Fénix. Yes, the Jericho Appreciation Society is a terrible name. Terrible name. I don't know what he's thinking. It's not even a good acronym. Like, there's nothing good about it. I've already seen a lot of people making fun of it, calling it like Joss Queen. You know what I mean? Joss Queen. Round and round we go, and into a destroyer by Fénix. Too close to the ropes, though, once again. Saving Darby there. Or like the circle jerks. Since they're definitely heels and they were the inner circle before, why not the circle jerks? Anyway. Or because 2.0 joined half of the inner circle 2.0. I'm sorry, but it's like literally right there. Because they added 2.0. Oh, battle of the flipping sentons that Rey Fénix is looking to win here. Darby Allin out at 2. Both of these men would love another chance at either the Legends Junior Championship or the GWA Junior Championship. The latter of those titles will be on the line later in the show as Hayabusa will be making his GWA debut to take on Kairi Sane for the GWA Junior belt. Hang on, Darby going up top. Coffin drop to Rey Fénix, but he can't follow up. Fénix calling for something big here. Trying to get some momentum from the crowd to pull it off, and he gets caught. Code red, but he kicks out immediately. Into a tiger driver by Fénix, too close to the ropes. Small package by Darby. 2. What an exchange here. Darby trying to soften him up for another coffin drop. Nice head scissor takeover. Dragging him into position. Nope, pulls him back to his feet instead. As we pass the 10-minute mark here, now he's going up top. Another coffin drop to Fénix. Drags him away from the ropes and into the cover. 1, 2. Fénix escapes. Off the ropes, into a destroyer. Round and round we go, and Darby lands on his head. Fénix following up into a cutter. 1, 2. No, Darby able to roll the shoulder. Snaps him over with a head scissor. Darby again looking for that coffin drop, trying to get him close to the ropes. Code red that he lets go of, knowing he was close to the ropes. Would have been broken up. Rey Fenix dropped by that kick by Darby. Deep leg hook, but again, under those ropes. Poor ring positioning by both of these men here. Must be a little woozy. Oh, hang on. Powerbomb counter. Darby able to hold on and kick out. You see the desperation in Darby there, trying to get a quick pin attempt after quick pin attempt. Wrong part of town, though. And he's now rolled through by Rey Fenix. Darby escapes it too. Tiger Driver. 1, 2. Darby out again. Able to whip Phoenix over. Spiked him. Phoenix dropping Darby on his head. 1, 2. No, Darby escapes again. Roll up. 2. No, Phoenix gets free. The fight continues as we head toward 15 minutes in this exciting junior heavyweight contest. What a combination by Rey Fenix. Twice in a row. Phoenix up top. Oh, what a senton to the small of the back of Darby Allin. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Rey Fenix wins in 16 minutes even. That was a good showing for both men. Good work, everybody. How do we do on the percentiles? 89. I'll take it. It's close to 90. I did say it would be better than that NXT title match, and it was. So, haha. Haha, I say. I say haha. Oh, thanks, Rocco. Got my handy bottle of water with me at all times. My favorite drink, cold water. Colder the better. Okay. Rocco, I think they're doing they're going to do like a whole tour of that tag team division, and you know they have like 25 tag teams in that division, right? I think they're doing a whole tour. I think it's going to start with they have to do Private Party because they turned on them. They got to do Butcher and the Blade because they turned on them. And then they got to once they're done with the tag teams that were just a part of the Hardy Family Office, then they're going to branch out and we're going to see them against everybody. On Dynamite, building up to the bigger tag matches you're going to get on the pay-per-views, obviously, but like Dynamites and Rampages, I think they're fighting everybody just to try to bring eyeballs to the show. And I think it's going to work because everybody loves Jeff Hardy. It's one of those things. All right, don't know if there's any love lost between these two. Hangman Adam Page going one-on-one with one of the newer members of Shawn Michaels' Heartbreakers. That's right, we have Adam Page taking on the outsider, Scott Hall. It looks like the FTR are leaning toward babyface. Yeah, getting rid of Tully and stuff. They've always sort of been like in their own way. We're trying to do things quote unquote honorably, or like the old fashioned way, or quote unquote properly, or whatever. So yeah, it looks. I don't think we can be transitioning there yet. Whatever gets them the belts. I'm a big fan of FTR. I think they're a really good team. I don't see either of them really as single stars, but I think they're a really good team. Scott Hall knows a thing or two about teamwork. Famously part of the Outsiders in the NWO. Now part of the Heartbreakers with old pal Shawn Michaels at the helm. Joining Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels in that faction are Flamita, one of the original members. And along with Scott Hall, the other new member of the Heartbreakers that Shawn Michaels announced at the time was Abyss. The Monster Abyss. A faction with Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, and the demonic Flamita. The new look Heartbreakers looking to wreak havoc in the GWA, and it begins here with a nice singles victory here for Scott Hall against Hangman Adam Page. Over at Fantasy Booking, we just wanted to try. Hall is sent. Hangman trying to hang in there with the much larger, stronger Scott Hall. Hall's got a good half foot on the man. Scott Hall will be looking to hoist Hangman Adam Page up into the Razor's Edge Crucifix Powerbomb. Oh, nice. Discus Lariat, the new favorite move here of the GWA roster. Hangman Adam Page, of course, looking to hit that Deadeye or that Buckshot Lariat. Hey, Zach, what's going on? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good night. We are finally past 5 minutes in this contest between Hangman Adam Page and the outsider, Scott Hall. Once again into the ring, just planted to the canvas by Hall. Going to maintain the advantage on the Hangman. Oh, the sack of crap fall-away slam, as it is partially known. Sending Page to the floor. Hall too busy taunting and posing for the crowd to follow up. Doesn't seem to have phased him too much as Hangman just brought the fight right back to him. Trying to wear down the arms of the larger Scott Hall as the Hangman. So far, Page doing everything he can to hang in this matchup, being overpowered by Hall. Oh, there's a fall-away slam of his own by the Hangman Adam Page. Sending Scott Hall off the ropes. Big clothesline, turns him inside out into the cover. 1, 2. Nice follow-up there by Page. Gets a 2 count, and Hall says that's it. Razor's Edge time. Plants him into the cover. 1, 2. No! Adam Page gets out at 2. Oh, the Scott Hall variant choke slam that some call the choke bottom. Still having a meeting, are you? Is that a meeting of the Killer Club there, Zach? As we pass the 10-minute mark in this singles contest. Oh, what on earth? Scott Hall just kind of riding Page down to the canvas in a sort of reverse calf branding there. Page definitely came at the worst for wear of it, but he wouldn't know it. As a burst of adrenaline puts him back out front of the match. Only momentarily as he's about to go for another Razor's Edge. Right back to his feet! And into the face of Scott Hall! Hang on! Buckshot Lariat! Page can't follow up with the cover. Ushigoroshi! What a flurry by Hangman Adam Page! Oh, huge discus lariat by Hall. Slowing the Hangman down. Deadeye! He clicked R3 and into the cover. 1, 2. No! Scott Hall rolls a shoulder. Hall desperate for a break here. Choke slam. Buys him some time. Oh, special phone call. Let me hear it, Zach. Rocco, if you're unaware, Zach runs a Fire Pro Fed that he talks about in the ZF channel in our Discord. And sometimes he treats me to updates whilst I'm doing my stuff. Nice double arm suplex there by Page. Looking to put Hall down and out. Off the ropes, he sends the big man. Forearm shiver. Drops him where he stands. Page off the ropes again, turns him inside out with another vicious clothesline. Page looking for that knockout combination here. Not quite confident enough to make the pin attempt. The longer he goes, the more Hall has. More time Hall has. Get back into this thing. Choke slam off the ropes by Hall. This is what we were talking about. Will it be undisputed, will it? That could be any number of people. I can think of 4, in fact, that might be. It will be undisputed news. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Wink, wink. Hey, Dr. Taco, thank you for the raid, and thank you for the super bomb to Adam Page! Scott Hall with the victory, just as everybody shows up to watch it. Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We are about halfway through our wrestling show here. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for the raid. What were you playing? Shout it out there. I didn't add that to my night bottom-a-doo. Flying crucifix jumping bomb. So that was a razor's edge off the top rope, putting down Hangman Adam Page and allowing Scott Hall to get the big singles victory here. Hang on 1 second as I update my text file. Good to see everybody. Hope you're having a lovely evening. What's going on, Gadgy? Ah, a bunch of different Mario games. Awesome. Oh yeah, it's March 10th. Yeah, I got it. Oh, if I'd only thought of that, I would have booked Mario to be the guest referee here, because I think I have a version of Mario that's like the punch-out referee Mario, that I can have referee wrestling matches. Too late now, but that's all right. I don't know. I don't know if Scorpio Sky, Rocco, will keep that belt beyond next week, unless there is shenanigans against Wardlow. I don't know. I don't know how he's meant to survive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Dr. Taco, don't mind that at all. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Godspeed, good sir. Alright. Ah! Now, from here on out, for those that are remaining, those that want to hang out, we got 4 more title fights coming out in this show, and then we're doing a series of 5 singles matches as a promotional battle for our second show of the evening. Yeah, I would hope so too, Gadgy. Like, I hope they don't mess it up. Like, I want MGF to try to cost Wardlow the TNT title next week, but to fail miserably. Because it makes sense to do, if you really want to, face, like, you know what I mean? Like, face champion, like, having Scorpio as a transitional 1-week champion, that's fine. Just because you don't want to go babyface to babyface, you want to go babyface, get that heel champion there, even though it's for a week. But like I said, I'd love it if MGF tried to interfere to stop Wardlow from winning the belt and just couldn't. And just, like, gets increasingly frustrated as to how Wardlow is seemingly immune to all of his normal shenanigans because he was by his side since he showed up in AEW, so he is well aware of any nonsense trickery that MGF would attempt. Like, I just want him to be, like, impervious to all of his dipshittery, if that's if I may be so bold. All right, hopefully there's no dipshittery involved in our following title fight. I know these segues just sort of have to happen, as the Impact Trios titles are on the line. Now, the champions, 2/3 of the champions are GWA roster members, that being Bret the Hitman Hart and Powerhouse Will Hobbs. That is half the standard, as 2/3 of the trios champs. Try to keep up with your Steiner math there. And they are teaming with Eddie Edwards to put the belts on the line. Eddie Edwards, of course, from Impact Wrestling proper, to take on a team from Impact. That team from Impact, trying to win the trios belts back to Impact Wrestling, are Matt Cardona, Rosemary, and Hernandez. Okay, now, is all that straight? It will be when we get down to the ring for our next contest. By the way, to the end of the show now, we have 3 more title fights. So all title matches to the end of this card. And then a big promotional battle in the second half of the show, as Rosemary there in the red and white singlet, red and black singlet with the white and black face paint, starting things off against Eddie Edwards, an all-Impact team in the blue corner. There you see Matt Cardona in the yellow and pink, and Big Hernandez there in the black shorts. Also, the opposition currently in the ring for Rosemary, Eddie Edwards with that mohawk in his 3/4 jeans. His culottes, I guess. Are those culottes? And his green sneakers is Eddie Edwards there, also from Impact Wrestling. So we had to invite 4 people from Impact just to make this match happen. I think 8 people in total were guesting on this show. That's the most we've had outside of the GWA roster on a GWA show in a good long while. And we're very happy to have all of y'all hanging out with us tonight. It is sure to be an exciting night of GWA action. We have already had half the show whizzed by, much to the delight of the audience. And as we said, we have all title fights headed your way as we round out this big 10-card May show, and then we'll be putting on our June show, where I am determined to challenge one of the other promotions in this game to a series of 5 singles contests in a promotional battle. Best of 5, winner take all. I mean, winner gets more publicity and probably like respect in the industry and so on and so forth, but winner take all, in my opinion. As we now see 2 of the more powerful men in the match, probably the 2 powerhouses of each squad. No pun intended, as Powerhouse Will Hobbs in the black and orange singlet in there now with Supermex Hernandez, longtime member of the original LAX, long tenured member of the Impact Wrestling roster through its various incarnations, way back to when it started out as NWA TNA. Will Hobbs seen enough, and now we get our first look at Bret the Hitman Hart, who in the GWA, the Gnarly Wrestling aisle, that's right, as you stroll down the Gnarly Wrestling aisle with us each and every Thursday. Revel in the fact that you are supporting the only wrestling promotion with 3 silent letters for its acronym, the GWA, the Gnarly Wrestling aisle. Anywho, Bret Hart in our home promotion, heading the stable known as The Standard, comprised of himself, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, Brody Lee, and Speedball Mike Bailey. As now Matt Cardona tagged in to face Bret Hart. Probably a dream come true for Cardona. Oh, Gadget, absolutely. Cardona on the Indies, since being released, has been absolutely crushing it. Not only raising his own stock, but I think he's making all of the shows that he works feel more professional. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing a real good job representing himself and the industry as a whole. And I feel like a rising tide like raises all ships, or whatever the phrase is. So like, the better everybody's doing, the better you're going to be doing on your own independent booking. So that's honestly the smart way to go about it. Much like Bret Hart here, the tactician in the ring, always knows the most intelligent tactic, how to break down an opponent. Cardona whispering softly into Bret Hart's ear how he has this action figure of him wearing this exact outfit, I'm sure. As he tags out to Rosemary, the Demon Seed. Sometimes billed as being from the upside down. The alter ego of Courtney Rush, Rosemary, in there with Bret Hart. Some Canadian on Canadian violence here. Do a quick cover attempt. Bret Hart able to fight free. And Powerhouse Hobbs tagged in. Oh, heart attack from Bret and Will. And Rosemary able to fight back with an exploder to Will Hobbs. Trios Championship on the line for Impact Wrestling, and an Oklahoma Stampede to Rosemary. Wrong part of town, though. Matt Cardona is going to be able to break up that pin. Around we go. Back comes Hobbs. And wisely, Rosemary tagging out to the power member. The strength side of this Impact trio. In comes Hernandez, but things have broken down here. Cardona assaulting Hobbs on the floor, distracting him. And the fight will continue without disqualification. Rosemary's fine here because she's not the legal combatant. A lot of loopholes in the GWA rulebook. Backstab your brothers for justice. Meanwhile, a lot going on in Zach Walker's KC, that meeting also taking place in chat. A lot of repercussions in the Discord. We'll find out later. Oh! Hernandez's version of the Razor's Edge. The Black Tiger Bomb. No sit out. Just planted him. Causing him to retreat to his corner. And immediately tag the Impact member of the Impact Trios champions, Eddie Edwards, plural. And there again with Matt Cardona. A couple of flapjacks. Trying to slow die-hard Eddie Edwards down. Hang on. Spiked him in an Emerald Trojan. 1, 2. Cardona rolls out. And we fight on. 15 minutes plus in this title fight. Cardona, Hernandez, and Rosemary trying to win the belt and bring them back to Impact proper. Else they stay 2/3 in the GWA. As they're now trying to eliminate Cardona, and now Bret Hart! Border toss to Bret! Oh, I'm seeing all these hints. I would love to see Claudio in AEW, don't get me wrong, I think he's a phenomenal talent, but AEW already has a reputation where like every 3 weeks it's somebody new. So like for them to continue to do that, like I feel like they're gonna burn their audience out, but you're not wrong. It would, oh my God, F5 to Bret Hart on the floor, by the way, by Rosemary. Just saw that happen. This thing's once again breaking down here. Hernandez isolating Eddie Edwards. Meanwhile, the other 4 members of the fight on the floor. Angle slam that time by Rosemary to Hobbs. Big boots in the corner to Hernandez by Edwards. So they've isolated themselves on the far side of the ring. Like, I would love to see Claudio there, especially now that Regal's there. Put Claudio with Moxley and Daniel Bryan in that stable. I mean, he doesn't need to get over. Like, I would rather they had young guys there, but absolutely fits in the mold. Team him up with Miro. Absolutely, they could destroy people together. Like, all sorts of people he could face in there. That'd be amazing. But, yes, that's the other point I was trying to make. He might be best served to go to New Japan for a year, or go to Ring of Honor for a year. You know what I mean? Like, just hang out somewhere where it's less visible, and then come back later once Tony runs out of surprises, I guess, and just sort of settles into having to book regular, like having a roster he's happy with and will book for a period of time. Hang on, quick roll up by Edwards. Cardona and Hernandez both there to keep this match going. We are over 20 minutes gone in this championship contest. F5 in the middle of the ring by Rosemary, but Edwards is up. Oh yeah, that to me is the #1 place I want him to go, is for him to go chill in New Japan for a year at least. Like, just go do their tours, go have fun, go do some matches. Claudio Okada, just go do it. Claudio Suzuki, Claudio Shingo, Claudio Tanahashi, Claudio Nagata. I haven't even touched like the foreign talent really. Claudio Ospreay would be interesting. Claudio Cobb would be interesting. There's tons. I mean, there's tons of people he could work with everywhere, but I think it would be a real boost in New Japan to get him. Yeah, I noticed that, Rocco. There's a lot of DLC content for that WWE 2K22 game. I'm not impressed. I just want the wrestlers to be in the game, thanks. Don't announce them and then put them behind a paywall later. No disservice here being attempted on the fine athletes in the ring. Just a lot going on in the wrestling world, both real and imaginary. As Will Hobbs is able to send Rosemary to the floor. No countouts, no DQs in the GWA. The fight will continue until Rosemary returns to the ring. As you see Hobbs doing his best to keep Hernandez and Cardona at bay, putting his power on display until Hernandez has had enough. Oh, yeah. The eternal feud between Claudio and Eddie? Yes. Eventually that needs to happen. A lot of activity to be called here. Double powerbomb on Hobbs. Eddie Edwards being worn out by Rosemary on the floor. F5s and angle slams. I'm sure she has her own name for all of those maneuvers. Now grabbing a chair. She's going to get disqualified here unless she drops that before the count of 5. Smartly does so. And we are now back to the legal fighters, Rosemary and Will Hobbs. Nice double arm suplex onto the chair by Rosemary. Hobbs quickly tags out to Bret Hart. Likewise, Rosemary tags in Hernandez. Now, Bret Hart sent to the floor. Hernandez, the sacrificial lamb in the ring, getting hit with a 3D. Trying to fend off Edwards and Hobbs. A bit of divide and conquer here by the challengers, hoping to wear down Bret Hart before Hernandez, he himself, is too badly beaten. Yeah, that's also interesting where Cody's going to land. I don't know how much validity there is to anything we're hearing about what's going on with Cody Rhodes. Like, I don't trust anything I read until he shows up on somebody's television. That's all I'll keep saying. Which is fun, which I think is exactly what he wants. Oh my gosh. There is nothing senior official Mr. Bigfoot can do about this until the legal fighters get back into the ring. This thing has completely broken down to the half-hour mark. Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's friends with ML. I could see him doing that as a recurring role for season 2. Take some time off, be a dad. He's got a newborn after all. I also, and I was saying this to Juice earlier, I just don't see why you would burn all the skin off your back if you're leaving the promotion. Like, number one, I don't see why you do it if you're not doing it for your reality show. And number two, I don't see why you're going to do that for a company if you're just going to, like, not sign with them. Like, all right, that's kind of like my lasting image is I burned all of the skin off of my back and I'm out. It just seems like, I don't know. But maybe that's just him trying to, like, do the right thing on the way out and give it his all. Who knows? Huge clothesline in the ring. Lots going on, too much to call. We're just trying to wait for things to settle back down here. Here we go, here we go. Hernandez and Bret Hart. Nope. Cardona and Bret Hart. Make that Cardona and Will Hobbs as both teams make tags. And we are resetting at the almost 33-minute mark here. Back and forth these gentlemen go. Just so long as Claudio doesn't go to control your narrative. That's my one thing. Just don't go there, because if you go there, I will never see your matches again. Because I'm not going to be watching those shows. That's all I'm saying. Cardona with the Shining Wizard! Into the cover on Hobbs, but wrong part of town. Both Bret Hart and Eddie Edwards able to stop that pin attempt. Hobbs with a shoulder tackle there, keeping Cardona in the red corner. Big main event spinebuster by the powerhouse. Yeah. I mean, promotion's a strong word. It was a show. It happened once. I don't know how many more times it's going to happen. I mean, it's got a quote-unquote TV deal. Another huge F5 there. She must have her own name for that. That's got to be her move. Trying to isolate Hobbs and keep him in the blue corner now is Hernandez. Off the ropes comes Supermex. Big clothesline. Looking for the border toss, perhaps. Here it is. Nails him, but Hobbs is back to his feet. Burst of adrenaline gets Hobbs to the corner to tag in Eddie Edwards. Hernandez off the ropes with a big tackle to Edwards. Caught him napping. Had all the time in the world to get out of the way. Now Hernandez just grabs a hold and drags him back into the challenger's corner. Team Impact thinking pretty highly of themselves and their chances of bringing the titles back to Impact Wrestling. Gets rolled up. Cardona and Rosemary just watching along in horror, but thankfully, Hernandez able to get out of that pin predicament on his own. Tag out to Rosemary now. As we crest toward 40 minutes gone in this championship contest, angle slam under the chair! 1, 2! Eddie Edwards escapes! There seems to be some legit heat between Edwards and Rosemary! Rosemary escapes! Perhaps some issues extending from their home promotion to this fight. Eddie Edwards escapes to his corner and tags in Bret. 3D in the center of the ring. Inverted atomic drop by the Hitman. Trading blows with Rosemary now. Oh, that spin kick to the side of the jaw, Bret. He has a history of concussion problems and Rosemary knows it. Angle slam. Brett countering with that Russian leg sweep. Quick tag back into Hernandez. Brett doesn't know. Brett doesn't know. Now he knows as Hernandez grabs him and holds him down to the canvas. Brett counters with a bulldog headlock of his own. 40 minutes plus gone in this one. Huge pile driver coming up center of the ring. Rolls into the cover does Bret Hart, but Rosemary's there to break it at 1. Oh, God. Hernandez throwing Bret across the ring, but that could work out in his favor. Hernandez escapes the victory roll. Beautiful delayed suplex by Supermax. Once again, a pin in the center of the ring. And Eddie Edwards breaks it up. The champion's looking to retain. Bret Hart on the offensive. Bret Hart on the defensive, tagging out to Will Hobbs. Off the ropes. Ducks a clothesline, does Hernandez. Doesn't duck the body slam. Headed toward 45 minutes in this trios contest. Just throwing Hobbs away. I don't know how else to describe that. He put him on his shoulder and just threw him away. Perhaps luring Hobbs into the wrong part of town as Hernandez. In comes Rosemary, saying to the crowd that this is it. Nice double arm suplex. Got him in your corner. Trying to keep him there. Another double arm by Rosemary. Trying to keep Powerhouse down. Oh, nice. Kick to the jaw. Rosemary tells Hobbs to bring it on. Exploder off the ropes. Oh, levels over the clothesline. Able to get back to his corner and tag in Edwards. See how quick Hobbs was to take advantage once he had it. Get Edwards tagged in there. As we said, some bad blood between Rosemary and Edwards. As you see Rosemary no-sell a Boston knee party. And hit another slam to Edwards. Oh, drop toe under the chair. German. Hernandez kicks the legs free. And Rosemary escapes the pin. Double arm suplex blocked by Edwards. Headed toward 50 minutes in this championship contest. No time limit. Winner gets the Impact Trios Championships. Team Impact looking to bring it home to their promotion. Bit of a mix and match team on the other side. The current champions. The only Impact member in the ring at the moment, Eddie Edwards. Now tagging out to GWA's Bret Hart. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Quickly into the 3D on Rosemary. What teamwork between Edwards and Hart there. As Hobbs and Hernandez fight on the floor. Border toss upcoming. Levels him. Hobbs able to fight back though. Another 3D by Hart and Edwards. Dear Lord, the violence. Thunder Fire powerbomb onto the chair. Cardona clutching at his neck after a series of pile drivers throughout the course of the matchup. Hobbs with that delayed suplex to Hernandez on the floor. Fight will continue until the legal combatants return to the ring, and they have. For the moment, Hernandez and Bret Hart. Oh, 3D to Hernandez. Quick tag out to Edwards. Heart attack by Edwards and Hart. Oh no! Hernandez runs into Mr. Bigfoot and the referee is down. Looks like they've been busted open. We're going to patch them up after this matchup. The action too hot and heavy to call. Can't stop it now. Over 15 minutes gone in this match. That's 5-0. With no end in sight between these teams. Much to my chagrin. Oh, I apologize for going off air there. Sometimes we lose the internet for moments. I just noticed now I've been back for about 5 minutes. Sorry about that, everybody. The VODs are always in one piece on the YouTube channel. I'll let you know that at least. Despite our occasional interruptions in the live broadcast. Cross-legged brainbuster onto the chair! Into the cover goes Edwards, but Hernandez is there to keep the match going. Challengers determined to return the Trios Championships to Impact Wrestling. Champions determined to hang on to their titles. Everything you could want in a title fight. For the Impact Trios belts, another border toss. And Hobbs was clutching at his neck. You have to imagine any submission attempt, any at all, would result in immediate victory for the applicant. But somehow, someway, 55 minutes deep into this match, Will Hobbs still has the wherewithal to hit a delayed vertical suplex like that. Oh, Zach, so many teases. Bret Hart representing the champions, Rosemary representing the challengers, as we are cresting towards 1 hour gone by in this hotly contested match for the Impact Trios Championships. And a reminder, we have 3 more title fights headed your way after this one to round out the end of the first of 2 shows we're broadcasting. Exploder onto the chair by Rosemary. Missed into the eyes of Bret Hart. Bret Hart escaping to the corner to clear his vision. In comes Eddie Edwards. Nice backbreaker there by Rosemary, unfazed by the change in personnel across the ring from her. Perhaps even happier to be wailing on Eddie Edwards. There's definitely something brewing between these two. As Rosemary sets him up on the top rope, Eddie counters, big powerbomb. Hooks it into a pin. Hernandez pulls him out of it. Falcon Arrow into another cover. Cardona saves the matchup. Over 1 hour gone. Boston knee party by Edwards. Into the cover, but again, wrong side of the ring. Hernandez able to stop it. Rosemary into the cover. 1, 2, and Hobbs saves the matchup. Eddie Edwards hits a Falcon Arrow on the wrong guy. Both sides make tags. Hernandez, Bret Hart. Hernandez representing the challengers, Bret Hart the champions. Incoming delayed vertical. This is going to send Bret to the floor. Oh no, not quite. Able to maintain his in-ring positioning. Oh God, and then thrown to the center of it by Hernandez. Bret fighting back with a backbreaker. Big gut wrench, sending Bret for a ride. Edwards and Hobbs in there to keep their hopes at championship gold alive. Retention of championship gold, that is. As we are 1 hour plus. Bret setting up for a vicious pile driver. Unfazed, Hernandez right back to that delayed vertical. Hernandez managing to fight Bret Hart back into his own corner. Quick roll up, nothing coming of it. Quick tag out to Rosemary, Bret unaware. Oh. Oh no, Brett knew. Lured Rosemary into his corner to tag in Hobbs. Oh, F5 on Hobbs by Rosemary. Can't follow up, but she does with a slam. Couldn't make the cover. And we again fight on. No end in sight in this marathon. The Impact Trios Championships. Another F5 by Rosemary into the cover this time. 1, 2, no! Somehow, some way, Hobbs got out. You saw their respective partners fighting overhead, but I believe Hobbs got out of that move under his own power. Hobbs with a burst of adrenaline. He's got something in mind for Rosemary here. Sending her off the ropes. Big clothesline drops her to the canvas. Another delayed vertical. This should send her to the floor. Down she goes. Quick as a cat, Cardona and Hernandez in there to keep Will Hobbs at bay, so we can't make a tag, at least in that moment. Quick tags on both sides. Hernandez for the challengers, Eddie Edwards for your champions. Oh, and you see Hernandez just tossing Edwards onto that chair. Edwards clutching at his neck once again, and now a border toss. Part of an evolution. And Zach, you were teasing every stable ever before you revealed this. Is this a new Killer Club member, or are you replacing somebody? Oh, German suplex into the turnbuckle by Eddie Edwards. About to hit the 70-minute mark. And now Hernandez, I don't know how all 6 of these athletes are still going. Able to pull Edwards all the way across the ring. Into the challenger's corner once again. In comes Cardona. Reversed into the corner by Edwards. Tags out to Bret Hart. Heart attack to Cardona. Sometimes you have to be too sweet. So he just continues to tease more stables. Good work, buddy. Big pancake by Cardona. Big flapjack. Spinebuster by Bret into the cover. Got him! 72 minutes gone! And Bret Hart finally earns the pin on Matt Cardona. Titles retained by Bret, Hobbs, and Edwards, defeating Team Impact. So I gotta work out a way to get 4 more Impact people to my show. Holy moly. All right, how'd they do? 98%. All right then. Who won that? Bret Hart did, of course. Over Hernandez? Holy crap. Wah! That was almost as long as when I was in high school. Our high school classes were 75 minutes long. That would have been most of an entire high school class, but as a trios wrestling match. That would have been much more entertaining and exciting for me than to sit into high school for 75 minutes. All right. Title defense. Yeah, Rocco. She was doing Jade from, like, literally Jade from Mortal Kombat was Jade Cargill's, or her attire that time. Okay. As we said, we still have more title fights to bring your way. Hold still. We got 3 more of them, starting with the GWA Junior Championship, as Kairi Sane of the Squared Circle K is taking on the newest member of the roster and of the House of Misery, ladies and gentlemen, Hayabusa, against Kairi Sane for the GWA title, or excuse me, Junior title. You gonna bring in Lex Luger if it's a Wolfpack member? Hayabusa in the pink gear with the mask. Kairi Sane, your champion. Decked out in predominantly white with red, black, and yellow. Kairi Sane, the MVP of last year's Trios Tournament of Terror. The submission-based tournament saw her trio win, and she then successfully cashed in her junior title shot, become the reigning and defending junior champion, proudly working over the challenger Hayabusa here in the early going. Yeah, I do like how you can just put whomever you want across the ring from each other in Fire Pro. There are no gender limitations whatsoever. Do whatever you want. As Kairi Sane sends Hayabusa into the corner, but Hayabusa quick to escape. You may be saying to yourself, my word, look at the size of the legs on Hayabusa, but I assure you, those are his rather poofy harem pants, much like Sabu wears. Not that he's not muscular, not that he's not athletic, not that he's not one of the most impactful high flyers of all time, is Hayabusa. Sending Sane off the ropes. Nope. Bit of a miscommunication there between the two fighters. And Sane with a tribute to her former mentor and stable leader Keiji Muto with that dragon screw leg whip. Nicely done. Confusing Hayabusa there. And a move off the ropes. Round and round she goes. Nice tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Once again off the ropes. Hayabusa able to avoid. Another high-speed junior heavyweight contest headed your way, much like Darby Allin and Rey Fenix from earlier in this show. This, of course, for the GWA Junior title. And as you heard, we have just passed the 5-minute mark of this one. Kairi Sane in white, the champion. Hayabusa in pink, the challenger. Recently revealed as the 4th member of Raven's stable, the House of Misery. Hayabusa joins Taz, Mike Awesome in that stable with Raven. Kairi Sane with the high seas, that elbow drop, trying to pull Hayabusa into a better position to pin them, but it's difficult to line them up in the northern and southern parts of the ring. Much easier in the east and west. As it is all champion at the moment, going up for another elbow drop, nails Hayabusa in the chest. Pulls away from the ropes, into the cover goes Sane, 1, 2. Hayabusa's out at 2. Big standing spear by Kairi. Jumping hip attack by the GWA Junior champion. 1/3 of the Trios champions. 1/4 of the Squared Circle K. Along with leader Kazuchika Okada, who we're going to see at our main event, Keith Lee, and Chris Statlander. Sending Sane off the ropes. Nice tilt-a-whirl into the backbreaker by Hayabusa. Trying to slow the champion down here is the challenger. Not the best opening few minutes for Hayabusa. Mind you, it is their first time at a GWA ring. Have to get used to the size and springiness of it all. Kairi Sane well versed in it, as you can see her employing that tilt-a-whirl into the DDT. Expert laying up top for another elbow drop. Missed! She missed it! Able to recover. Spikes Hayabusa once again. All champion in the opening 10 minutes here. Misses the elbow twice now. Nice neck breaker by Hayabusa. Rolling soul button into the cover. 1 count and 1 count only. Sending Kairi Sane to the floor. Hayabusa normally would follow her out there, but needs to catch his breath here. His forearms, gets rolled up, center of the ring! Just 2. Kicked out right as the hand went down for that 2 count, did Kairi Sane. Still a lot of life in both champion and challenger here. Nice spin kick in the corner by Hayabusa. Uranagi! Spiking her into the canvas. DDT now. Hayabusa trying to set her up for that Phoenix splash. Or the Falcon Arrow! 1, 2! Kairi kicks out at 2. Hayabusa looking to do the deal. the elbow. Trying to drag him into position. Might have him here. Hayabusa out at 2. That's the 3rd elbow of the matchup that he has survived. Spin kick off the ropes by Hayabusa. Back and forth they go once again. Sane backing Hayabusa up into the corner. Hayabusa may have been luring her in. Double underhook. No good. Kairi going back up top, looking for the elbow. Nailed it. Drags him away from the ropes. Cover. Hayabusa out at 2.9. Barely able to escape that. Off the ropes he sends champion Kairi Sane. Beautiful extension on that drop kick from Hayabusa. Axe kick by Sane. Thinking about it. Gets caught in a neck breaker. Front flip neck breaker into the Croston Crab center of the ring. This has brought her glory in the Trios Tournament of Terror before. But Hayabusa able to escape. Could only be a matter of time though. Another axe kick to the back of the head. Kairi going up. Oh, misses the elbow drop. Spin kick by Hayabusa. Sends her off the ropes. Oh, poor timing there. And Kairi looking to take advantage. Drops the elbow. No, he's going to be in the ropes. He's going to be in the ropes. Yep. Saved him. Oh, twice in a row. Hayabusa costing himself important chances here. Something to do perhaps with the peripheral view from that mask, but another Falcon Arrow by the challenger. Kairi just rolls the shoulder at 2.9. Sliding forearm off the ropes by Kairi. Now a series of them to the face of Hayabusa, who counters with a Pele kick. Oh, 2 in a row from Hayabusa as we creep towards 20 minutes in this championship contest. Spiked her with a Uranagi. Rolls through into the face lock. Trying to tap out the champ. Kairi Sane able to escape that signature Hayabusa face lock. Going up top. Split-legged moonsault. 1, 2. Sane out again. Front flip neck breaker. Sane looking to go up top. Diving European uppercut. Sliding forearm smash. Hayabusa's back with the backbreaker. Straight into the cover. Teased the top rope move. And almost just pinned the champ clean. Rolling Soulbutt off the ropes. Kairi with a couple of double stomps, trying to drive the wind out of Hayabusa here, trying to halt his momentum. Big spear by Sane. That could have done it. Able to fend off a Croston Crab attempt is Hayabusa, but for how long? Into the corner. Getting set up on the top rope now. Double stop to the midsection. Hayabusa fights back with a Pele. Spikes her with a DDT, center of the ring. They're gonna slug it out. Spin kick by Hayabusa. Settles the argument in his favor. But Kairi's got something up her sleeve. Croston Crab! That will do it! Kairi Sane retains. Just shy of 25 minutes. Real good title match. Real good back and forth in that one. That was real good. Whew. What a war. How did we do? 97%. Heck yeah. See, I don't mind if you lose your debut match, but at least put on a show. And that's what Hayabusa did. Okay. Title defense. 2 defenses in both title matches, and we have 2 title matches to go. Coming up first, the GWA Hall of Fame Championship on the line. Eddie Guerrero, leader of the Heat business, putting it on the line against Kenny Omega. Let's get down to the ring. As always, the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, signaling for the whistle, and we are underway in your semi-main event. Eddie Guerrero, the Hall of Fame champion, in there against Kenny Omega. I think is wearing like Attack on Titan tights, maybe? Something. They look very complicated. The newly focused Kenny Omega, by which I mean we got a new edit. Both these men going back and forth in the early going here. Eddie Guerrero, believe it or not, defeated current stablemate William Regal for his Hall of Fame championship. And William Regal unseated Kenny Omega for the title. So it seems Kenny Omega trying to wrest the Hall of Fame championship away from the Heat business in this match. And of course, Eddie Guerrero looking to retain the second most prestigious title in the wrestling world, the GWA Hall of Fame championship. And here he goes, laid in those 3 amigos. Not to be outdone, cross-legged cross-legged Ushi-Goroshi by Kenny Omega in reply. Some more custom offense on display here. As he now sets Eddie Guerrero on the top. This could be deadly. Oh, Eddie fights him off, but no time for anything off the top rope. Not in the early moments here. We're not even 5 minutes gone in this one.
5 minutes gone.
There, you just heard the call. Kenny Omega, one of the 2 deadliest wrestlers to give back control up to, the other being Kazuchika Okada, who we are going to see in our next contest, our main event, challenging CM Punk for the GWA World title. Oh, nicely done, Kotaro Crusher. Off the ropes there by Kenny Omega, trying to slow Eddie Guerrero down with a figure 4. Eddie able to escape. Right back to work on Omega, the challenger. Nice chop there from Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. Simple but effective vertical suplex from challenger Omega, trying to set up Eddie Guerrero near the ropes. Super kick can't keep him down. Not at this stage, at least. Eddie into an abdominal stretch here. Omega fights free. Into the one-winged angel, just like that! 1, 2! Eddie rolls a shoulder. Kenny Omega with the one-winged angel virtually out of nowhere. And Eddie in reply, frog splash to the back of Omega. Both finishers exposed in the opening 10 minutes of this contest. And we are just getting started. Eddie Guerrero incensed since being hit by that one-winged angel, landing that frog splash and going to work on the small of the back now of Kenny Omega as best he can. Rolling hills by Omega, lands on his feet. Another one-winged angel! 1, 2, no! Eddie gets out again! Omega setting Guerrero up into the corner. V-trigger against the ropes. Enziguri. Omega looking to knock him out. Says this is it. He's going to wait for Eddie to stand. Here he comes. Eddie dodges the V-trigger. Into the Three Amigos. Nicely done by Guerrero into the cover. 1, 2. Omega barely escapes. Super kick to Guerrero. Omega hooks the leg. Eddie gets out. Back to the head and neck goes Omega. Smartly done, trying to keep Eddie down. Another Kotoro crusher. Back, brain, kick, Enzigiri. Eddie off the ropes, low drop kick this time. Trying to take Omega's legs out from underneath him. Twice in a row now. Eddie trying to buy him some time to get back into this. Oh, up top he goes. Another frog splash for the small of the back. Knowing the history of back problems that Kenny Omega has, and into the cover. Omega out. Eddie right back onto the attack. Another rolling hills. Single vertical suplex this time from Guerrero. Eddie in for a rude awakening. As soon as he stands, Omega poised. V-trigger. Waiting for him to stand again. 2 in a row. Looking for a third. Eddie takes the legs out. Sends him into the corner. Fighting for positioning now. Guerrero with that drop kick against the turnbuckles. Frog splash, but he's in the ropes. And he blocks another attempt. Another frog splash to the back. Rolls him into a pin. 1, 2. Omega kicks out. Omega sucking wind here. Wrestling on fumes. Can't follow up his backbreaker, but Eddie can. Stiff European uppercut. Chops him right back down. Hall of Fame champion feeling it here, looking to put Omega away. Going up top. Frog splash by Guerrero. 1, 2, 3. Eddie retains. 3 championship matches. 3 title defenses. CM Punk has a chance to make it a clean sweep in your main event. Heck yeah. That's what I wanted. Just a good match. Okay. A barn burner. So even if the main event is disappointing, most of this card has been pretty good, so we're okay. And this, again, is the first of 2 shows we're going to be bringing you tonight. And as you can tell, it's good that I'm doing I'm doing a 5-match card for our second show, because our first card, even though I pre-booked it, has still taken 2 hours to broadcast. These 10-match cards are long. That's not a complaint. There's just a lot going on here. Look at this. Look at this red corner on a 4-match win streak. Let's check this out. It has been mostly red corner. Vader getting that win over Lashley. Phoenix beating Darby Allin. I mean, that's a face versus face match, so that doesn't really matter. But yeah. A lot of title defenses. Oh yeah, including the NXT title. Defended. Impact champion, 6-person champions. Defended. Junior title. Defended. Hall of Fame title. Defended. To be determined. The GWA Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk, who won an 8-man tournament to win the belt, besting Bret Hart in the finals against Kazuchika Okada, who is 1/3 of the trios that won the one-night trios tournament of terror and earned this championship opportunity. Both competitors tournament tested will now test each other in your main event for the GWA World title. Mr. Bigfoot about to call for the bell. CM Punk, your champion, rocking the long boys. In there with Kazuchika Okada in his darker shorts. Big boot by Okada there. Okada, the new leader of the Squared Circle K, taking over for Keiji Muto, who retired with the Legends Championship. A championship no longer available to our promotion, as Keiji Muto retired with it. CM Punk became GWA World Champion because a tournament was necessitated by the retirement of then GWA World Champion Steve Austin. He and Keiji Muto, after the same event, retiring and leaving the promotion high and dry. And ultimately, it has led to this. The protege of Keiji Muto, Kazuchika Okada, challenging the successor to Steve Austin as champion, CM Punk. Punk has a number of ways to beat you. One of which is the Anaconda Vice that he has currently locked in on Kazuchika Okada. The other, of course, that Go to Sleep. And we all know the moniker that Kazuchika Okada uses and uses well, known as the Rainmaker, and his finishing maneuver, also called the Rainmaker, is Ripcord Clothesline. He also has a cravat variation he calls Red Ink that he uses as a submission. But primarily that Rainmaker Clothesline. Both of these gentlemen knockout and submission artists by virtue of their finishing maneuvers. CM Punk with that knee strike, Okada with that lariat. Neither man give it an inch here. Big boot by the challenger. Looking to finally fulfill his destiny. Okada, a two-time Trios Tournament of Champion winner. Unsuccessful in the last title opportunity he earned by winning that tournament. Looking to capitalize on his second shot. Able to spike CM Punk with a twisted tombstone. But Punk fends off a Rainmaker. Okada loves to follow up that tombstone with a Rainmaker. Just like he loves to hit that neck breaker across the knee. CM Punk saying this is it. Might be thinking go to sleep. Not shy about hitting that in the early moments of a match. Welcoming Okada to Chicago is the Second City Saint, who once again gets his neck cracked across the knee of Okada. Nice combo in the corner by Punk. Checking his watch to see if it's quarter past clobbering time. Once again, looking to control the pace is your GWA World Champion CM Punk. Trying to set Okada up on the top rope now. Brett's rope suplex. Punk's got something to mind out of the corner. Big knee strike. But Okada hits a Rainmaker! 1, 2, no! Punk escapes! The momentum can swing just that quickly when Okada unleashes the Rainmaker. Off the ropes into a neckbreaker by Punk. Welcome to Chicago once again, but Okada's back to his feet. Twisting belly to belly this time.
10 minutes gone.
We've passed the 10-minute mark in this one. CM Punk, who had to defeat Keith Lee, who had to defeat The Undertaker, who had to defeat Bret Hart in order to call himself GWA World Champion. Hitting the go to sleep on his challenger. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk retains. All right then. All championships retained. 5 title matches, 5 title defenses. Okada didn't even put up that much of a fight. Still 95% in the short time that it was on the air. No problem. I'll take it. Okay. 1 second whilst I adjust my text file, of course. What did we get? 95? For 12 minutes? 11 minutes. An 11-minute world title main event still got 95%. I'll take it. I'll take it. Kind of a letdown. Everything after the 70-minute tag title match, I think, was just let's just get it in, get out of here. Okay, so we had 40,000 plus in the arena, and we had a 95% approval rating. I think we're going to be okay on this one. I think we made $1 or $2, almost 45,000. I think we charged $40 a ticket as well. Anything else? We have new NXT Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to those individuals. We have Lady Shani, is the new AAA champion. Rey Mysterio is the new Dragon Gate champion. That's nice. And we made almost $3 million. That's the thing that we did. WWE already has a singles tournament scheduled. So does Big Japan. So does Noah. So does GCW. That's okay, I'm still going to challenge any or all of them to a promotional battle. That's our whole point here. Vader wrestled for us like twice, and then they retired. Man. Alright, well, we found the big boss man. Maybe we'll be okay. Man! No, nobody coming in. Oh, I said yes accidentally. Oh well. Well, you can come in. I'm not going to use you. Vader suddenly retired. That's disappointing. We just hired Vader, but we didn't adjust anybody's ages before we started this universe, so everyone has their real ages. So, fine. He's super old. Well, that's a bummer. Vader, we hardly knew ye. In that you weren't here very long. I think 44. Is that right? And then 28. Let me double check my promotion stats here. Or no, let me check my... Nope, let me check my promotional stats. Oh no, it's still 45. I must not have written down the last hiree then. So I definitely have 16 juniors, so I have 29 heavyweights, 45. Oh, I had 46 before and I just lost Vader. Bummer. Okay, gotta save it though. Gotta take what happens and accept it. Strong and Showman. Let's go back to Showman. Let's go to America. And 6 months. Out. Oop. That's no good. Showman. America. 6 months. Make offer. Okay. There you go. That's better. So we sent out a scout. And let's do our training center maintenance, like we do. And then we're gonna challenge somebody to a fight. And I am mad that I lost Vader, so I'm itching for a fight. Okay. I'm pretty sure the way these promotional battles work is that it's always 5 singles contests, and it's a best of 5. May the best promotion win. I have a lot of stables in my promotion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send one of my champions, and I'm going to send an entire stable, and that's going to be our representation. Let's check our merchandise. We barely have any goods left, which is great. That's fantastic. We have all of our contracts, sponsor-wise, and all that stuff. I'm not going to hire anybody for this show. I'm not going to invite anybody, I don't think. I'm going to try to do a cross-promotional battle. Actually, before I do anything, I might try to hire somebody. I need a new heavyweight now. I need a new heavyweight because I just lost Vader. We just found the big boss man. He would have only been 56? That makes me sad because he definitely passed before his time. That's too bad. I kind of wanted a big boy. Not that big boy. Not this one either. I'm just going to do a quick sweep of the North American faction, see if anybody leaps out as somebody that I would want to add. You know what? Gary Albright. Take a look at that. Alright, I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to do this off air. Let's just get to our promotional battle. Alright, let's save this. We've already done our maintenance. There wasn't much of it, but we did it. Oh, you know what the other maintenance we need to do is check to see who wants a raise, because I'm sure there will be people. Okay, human resources, consultation. Dave Mastiff wants more money. There you go, buddy. Oh, by the way, since we make $1 million like every show, My new threshold for minimum salary for my boys and girls and whomever else works for me is $5,000 instead of 2. So everyone is getting huge raises the first time they complain, and then we're going to try to get everybody up to a minimum of $5,000 a month. I know that's 50 people. That's at least $5,000 a month. I know that's at least $250,000, but whatever, we're worth it because we make $1 million every time we put a show on. At minimum, we make $1 million, if not close to 3. So I think we're going to be okay. Okay, now personal advice. Adam Page wants more money. Well, guess what, buddy? Everybody's getting a raise when they ask for one now. Oh, you don't like making 2.5? How about 4? Okay. I don't know if that's going to inspire other people to ask for more money. CM Punk wants more money. He's already over 5, so he gets baby raises. If you're over that, you get the baby raise. Whoops, not you. You get the baby raise. Where'd he at? There, see? He's already at 7. So, there's your baby raise. Thank you, champ. Still a significant amount of money. Scott Hall wants more money. Sure. Scott Hall. Where you at? Pardon me. Seriously, right there. 2-4? Yeah, okay. There you go. How's that working for you? Everyone's just walking out of the office like, now's the time to ask. Holy mout, you must be in a great mood. Kurt Angle wants more money? Sure. What are you making now, Kurt? You're already making 10. Now you're making slightly over 10. Woof, his popularity outside of America is amazing, but his popularity in America is destroyed. That's probably my fault. Sorry? Weird. Okay. Personal advice. Starting to lose trust, starting to lose trust, starting to lose trust. I don't believe that, but who knows. Okay, that's all good. Salary's taken care of. Now let's challenge somebody to a fight. Now, I did everything I did with Impact Wrestling last month, hoping to maybe break into Europe and do an Impact versus GWA show. Let me just double check. Yeah, I looked at my history in promotional battles. I am 5-0 in promo fights, defeating Dragon Gate, AAA twice, Pro Wrestling Noah, and Ring of Honor. So I'm not going to challenge Dragon Gate, AAA, Noah, or Ring of Honor. Those ones are out. I've already defeated them in promo battles. I had intended on doing Impact because I want to try to break into Europe, but I'm not opposed to just trying to take on the biggest dog in the yard, so to speak, and trying to challenge WWE. Mind you, NXT has the most people out of every league. Let's challenge the biggest and the best, the previously ranked number 1. We are number 2 currently. Let's do the biggest promotional fight we can think of, and then and we're still going to try to stage it in Europe. So this is our first attempt. We're going to see if WWE is into it. I know they're already running a singles tournament this month, so all of their talent could be already occupied. Let's see. Let's see. They don't have enough wrestlers available. Fair enough. They were doing a singles tournament, so WWE says no. We will move on. Let's try New Japan next. If I can't go to Europe with a European promotion or just the biggest promotion in the world, then I'll try to go to Japan with the biggest promotion in Japan. Okay, I'm going to try these two first, and then I'm going to AEW. I'm going to go as far as NXT, because I can put the NXT title on the line again. And then I'm going for Impact after that. So WWE said no. Let's try New Japan. What do you say, New Japan? New Japan said no. It's going to happen. Just you wait. It is going to happen. 49 minutes again. So it looks like... What if we started twice now? Man, I don't know why it keeps doing that. I wish it would stop. Some nights it's fine. And some nights it just disappears for a couple seconds, and it's long enough for it to stop being on stream and come back. But like nothing gets interrupted on my end, like OBS wise or anything. It just... Connection to Twitch disappears. Okay. Cross promotion. They both said no. AEW. No interest in working with us because they don't like our match style. Lies. We're friendly with everybody. AEW said no. Okay, we're going to try NXT. I'm determined to do a cross-promotional battle. They're killing me here. NXT said no. Let's try Impact. Should have started with Impact. See what they say. Load data. Okay. Cross promotion. What do you say? No interest. Oh, wow. Alright. I'm still not taking no for an answer. Somebody here must be spoiling for a promotional fight. It's weird that you can only ask one person per month. Event, cross promotion. Let's try it again. No interest. That's weird. Last time it was they didn't have enough people. This time it was like, we don't like your style. Sure you do. We're friends, you and I. We are friendly with so many promotions. I'm going to keep doing it. Somebody's going to say yes. Okay. Are you sure, Impact? Are you sure? They don't have enough wrestlers available. Are none of them going to have enough wrestlers available? Is that going to be the thing? That can't be right. You only need 5. You need 5 people. I am friends with so many of these people. There you go. CMLL was like, yeah, let's do it. Looks like we're going back to Mexico. Okay. Badoop. And just to be rude, I might put the NXT title on the line in this CMLL fight, and that'll be my contribution to the having to put a title on the line. So, nah to you. Okay. Events. We can finally book it. We are going to Mexican Urban. We are going to the large hall. We are going to the $20 mark for now. Now let's do a title match here in the main event. Let's put the NXT, yeah, again, putting the NXT title on the line against somebody from CMLL. For the CMLL Junior Heavyweight Championship, let us go ahead and pick a stable to represent us. Full stop. Let's do... I was gonna say, yeah, we kind of saw people from all over the place last time, huh? Statlander counts as a junior? Let's do Statlander. That'd be interesting. Junior title fight. And then maybe we won't have a stable. We'll just pick people. Like, for example, why wouldn't you want... There's no way I'm not having the Undertaker destroy somebody, potentially. And if they manage to survive that, you can have Abyss. And then if they manage to beat Abyss, Brody Lee. There. Lots of representation. That didn't get everybody inside. Okay, so let's do $10. Everybody's showing up for $10. There we go. It's not really about making money on it. What about Mexican Rural Large Hall for 10,000? $20. No. Mexican Urban. Let's just go to the biggest place and sell it out. There we go. Can I sell it out without advertising it? No, I cannot. No problem. I made it almost the expenses back. I'll make the expenses back. There's going to be like a couple more people than 18,000. So, that's all good. Undertaker. Okay, so let me just... Versus the Undertaker. We have somebody versus Abyss. And somebody versus Brody Lee. Vader would have been one of these, but they decided to retire on us. Okay. I'm just putting question marks in my own text file for the moment. For the moment. So then it's Chris Statlander versus someone for the CMLL Junior title. And then in your main event, it is somebody versus LA Knight for the NXT title. Assuming they'll count that as, all right, they're a wrestler in our promotion, so that's got to count now, right? All right, confirm entry. That should all work. Let's do it. Okay, we're in front of 18,000. Let me just do some merchandise for 18,000. Let's do 5,000 snacks for the kiddos. Let's do a quick run of 1,000 masks because we're in Mexico. Let's do 5,000 t-shirts. Let's do 5,000 towels. Let's do 5,000 photos. And then we're going to do 3,000 of these. I'm not expecting to sell all of this. 3,000 of these. Let me just double check. Coming back with a major show for the July show next month as well. So that's going to be another 10-match card. So we're going to have some of this left over, and I'm going to top up the rest. That's plenty. Too much, honestly, but like I said, we'll have some left over. And we are not sending anybody anywhere. I try to send people out after the first show of the week because I can book all of that offline. Takes too long to like go back and forth and see who wants to go where and who says yes and who says no. Blah, 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 blah. Look how long it took us to find a suitable opponent or find an opponent at all for this promotional battle. So let us now see if we can establish dominance over the CMLL. I apologize in advance for not knowing much about the CMLL wrestlers and if I, in fact, mispronounce a few things. Let's go ahead and proceed to the event. I think that was it. Pretty simple, eh? We didn't hire anybody. Didn't hire anybody. We're not going to steal anybody from anybody else's promotion. Again, I'm looking for not a monster, but somebody that's going to like hold their own. A solid heavyweight. That's what I'm looking for. Hopefully somebody not too old. Okay, going down here, this is the people that left in the order that they left. I mean, I had Penta last time. I don't want to pay 20 grand for Kevin Owens. Had Daniel Bryan already. How do I see people? Oh. Both a Bear Country. There's no way that they're actually 23 and 33. Interesting. I wouldn't mind bringing them in as a tag, but I'm trying to find somebody like on their own. I know I said I would do this earlier, or actually off air, but just doing a quick. Is there anybody that just like leaps off the page as like, oh yeah, that'd be great? There are a few, but I had them in the other. Like I'm automatically discounting people that I had in the first generation because. Yeah, I'd take Josh Alexander back as a single, sure. Alright, well, couldn't really find anything. Let's just get to our own event. It's already, what? Yeah, 20 after 9. Let us proceed. Can't wait to see how the cross-promotion event goes, finalize management decisions for month, and proceed to the results. Yes, please. The June event, cross-promotion! Okay. Now let me just... Oh, I dropped again. Oh, dang it. Alright, well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to be filling out this text file while the this feed comes back anyway, right? So... Halson Soriano Jr. Chris Statlander versus Volador Jr. Welcome back, everybody. Wait, Karis Tico? Is that Sin Cara? Oh man. So our main event's going to feature the original Sin Cara. That's going to be great. I also got that guy from New Japan in and didn't do anything with him, much in the tradition of what they do for me. Just going to hang on for a couple more seconds here because I noticed that we lost feed and we're getting it back currently. So before I start any of these 5 matches, I just want to go over... There we go. Now we're back. Just want to go over really quick who it is who's facing whom. Now that we have our side of things, I can fill out the CMLL side of things. The Undertaker will be going one-on-one with Olympico in the first matchup. And then you're going to see Abyss take on Tiffany. And then... yep, Abyss versus Tiffany. I know you've been eager for that one. And then Brody Lee is going to be taking on Halcón Seriano Jr. All right. Then for the CMLL Junior Heavyweight Championship, Chris Statlander will be facing champion Volador Jr. And in your main event, Caristico, who I believe is the original Sin Cara / Mystico / has gone through like 6 different names now, is going to be challenging LA Knight for the NXT title. All right, that's enough for me. Do I need to check the match rules? I sure do. No rules. I didn't set these. I forgot to set these when I was picking people for these spots, but that's okay. I also know that I'm doing this improperly, one at a time. So these are no DQ, no countout, no rope break, no help whatsoever. One fall, fight to a finish are all 5 of these matchups. And I just adjusted the speed. That's all I can really do at this point. I'll also have to remember, and let me make a note here, that I need to change rules back for the first 5 matches. Come on, matches. There's no G in matches. Thank you. Change rules, matches 1 to 5. There we go. All right. Our opening contest in the GWA versus CMLL battle. Olympico versus The Undertaker. Now, The Undertaker has not the greatest track record in these style of fights. There is a AAA promotional battle that we don't talk about because he happened to lose to their version of Stardust. As you now see the Dead Man in there with Olympico, the smaller wrestler in the fiery white tights and red mask, in there with the Dead Man and leader of the Black Moon Fight Club in the GWA, The Undertaker, as this is a GWA show being broadcast here in Mexico. Happy to sell out the biggest arena in Mexico once again so that GWA can dominate a Mexican promotion, having twice beaten AAA already. Don't want to jinx myself though. There are 5 singles contests and they could go any which way but loose. We'll find out together who's going to come out on top. All we need to do is win 3 of the 5 singles contests and the promotional battle will be ours. In there representing the GWA in your first fight here is The Undertaker. Getting rolled up now by Olympico and immediately kicking out is the Dead Man. Olympico putting everything he had into that body slam. You could hear him. I don't know how wise it is to exchange chops or strikes with The Undertaker, the most prolific striker in the history of carbon-based life forms. So what he pays me to say during each and every one of his matches. Nice combination, keeping The Undertaker off his feet. Oh, and he just spikes him. Does Dead Man Inc. Just drop it Olympico to the canvas. Last ride time to Olympico. Into the cover. 1, 2. I forgot there's no rope breaks. Anything goes, like we said. No DQ, no count out, no rope breaks.
5 minutes gone.
Nothing you can do. 3 count or tap out. That's it. Undertaker able to escape that roll up. Also, if we don't put on a good show, 70% or higher overall, we're going to lose our broadcast contract. So a lot on the line in this battle. We have to win and put on an entertaining show doing it. As now Olympico trying to fight back against The Undertaker. Seemingly just egging the Dead Man on each time he tries to counter or build a little momentum. Where on earth are you going? Air Dead Man! flying over the skies of Mexico. As the action spills out to the floor. That got the crowd awake. That got him into it. Undertaker pulling out all the stops here against the mighty Olympico, representing CMLL. Still one of the larger promotions in our wrestling world here. One of the two promotions out of Mexico. We've already firmly established our dominance over AAA in 2 promotional battles. Oh, he gets rolled up onto the chair! Whoa, but Undertaker escapes it 1. Looking for a last ride on the chair. Suffered a roll up, almost got pinned. Well, it was a 1 count. Last ride, center of the ring. Spiked him into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Undertaker wins 1-0 GWA. Okay, now the major concern is that this is 70 or lower. I just need this higher. Perfect. I don't need it in the 90s. I just need it to be satisfactory. Excellent. Okay. Undertaker defeats Olympico, 82%. And 1-0 GWA. I record both stats of them. Yeah. All right. Done. Match number 2 in our best of 5 series. Tiffany versus the Monster Abyss. I don't really know who Tiffany is, but thoughts and prayers out for Tiffany as she faces the Monster Abyss. Nice jacket. I'll give her that. Tiffany there, wearing all blue. Monster Abyss, the masked gentleman that towers over his competition, even though Tiffany just won a test of strength against the monster. Mr. Bigfoot in charge of this. We wouldn't dream of having a interpromotional match without them. Nice belly to belly there by Abyss, representing the Heartbreakers in this contest. Looking to bring GWA to a perfect 2-0 record after the leader of the Black Moon Fight Club, The Undertaker, made somewhat short work of Olympico. In here we got the Monster Abyss versus Tiffany. Shock treatment in the early going by Abyss. 1, 2. Tiffany just escapes. One of the signature holds of the monster almost puts Tiffany out in the opening minutes. Again, I have to get an average over 70. I'm allowed to maybe have 1 stinker, but moreover, I want competitive matches that my guys win. Basically, that's what we're hoping for. We could win the war, but not the battle, in a manner of speaking. We could win the promotional war, but lose the network battle by losing our international broadcasting rights if this show isn't entertaining enough, which is kind of fun. I'm sure we'll get another contract offer, but at the same time, that's a big chunk of revenue to be losing. Choke slam by Abyss and into the cover. 1, 2. Tiffany once again escapes, but barely. Seemingly wrestling on borrowed time, and you can hear the concern in the voice of the audience. After each major move by Abyss, big powerbomb, huge boot to the side of the jaw. It has been all Monster Abyss in these opening moments. Tiffany so far outmatched, outpowered. Oh, shock treatment once again. And into the cover goes Abyss. 1, 2. No, Tiffany kicks again. Excellent resilience on display. A lot of heart being shown, but Abyss looking to the crowd to see if maybe one more might put Tiffany out for good. Big diving clothesline by the Monster Abyss. Tiffany now sends Abyss off the ropes, and he absorbs the drop kick to the chest. Black hole slam and into the cover. 1, 2. No, Tiffany gets out again. You have to admire the fight, the tenacity, the courage of Tiffany. But at some point, it might be simpler to just stay down for the 3, as it has been all abyss in the opening 8 minutes plus. Big gorilla press slam coming up. Just toying with Tiffany at this point. Stuffing another attempt at offense. Oh, nice Russian leg sweep counter there by Tiffany, but Abyss back to his feet and quickly. Now going to press slam her over the ropes to the floor. As the action spills to the floor and Abyss grabs a chair. Sending Tiffany into the guardrail. Getting up close and personal with the fans here. Clubbing blow by Tiffany. Abyss grabs another chair from under the ring. It's not going to help him. The only place to win the match is inside. Pinfalls or tap outs. The only way to win. Mind you, he's free to swing that chair in the ring. There are no DQs in or out of the ring here. No count out, no DQ, no rope break. You are on your own, and Tiffany is on her own against the steel chair of Abyss. All she can do is try to slap the man to keep him at bay. It has been mostly monster in this one. Tiffany desperately trying to fight back. To no avail here. Big clubbing forearm blow. Big boot to the back of the head. Clothesline you saw. Hang on, Tiffany sending him off the ropes. Nope, just bowls Tiffany over. Oh, sharp shot to the gut with that steel chair and then cracks her over the back of the head. Choke slam, and that will do it. Tiffany has been knocked out by the monster. And GWA emphatically is up 2-0. But I don't know how the crowd felt about that one. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, still in the 80s. Somehow, some way. Wowzers. That was a very highly rated squash match as Abyss just destroyed Tiffany. 2-0 GWA. Yikes. All right. Third match on the way. Halcone Siriano Jr. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Tiffany. We're going to send flowers to your hospital room. But coming up next, for a clean sweep of the actual promotional battle, Brody Lee representing the GWA and the Standard up against Halcone Siriano Jr. Not quite familiar with Siriano Jr.'s work, if I must be honest, and I must. But they are obviously the gentlemen in the pink tights and mask. And a soft gold tint on the mask and white gear otherwise. In there against the powerhouse of the Standard. Well, hard to say that when literally one of the other members is named Powerhouse. But one of the more powerful men in the Standard, Brody Lee. We're going to, like we said, make a clean sweep of the CMLL talent here. If we win this third match, contest over. We'll still run matches 4 and 5 because we have to. But as far as the promotional battle will be concerned, it would be a 3-0 victory if we can manage it. Brody Lee taking advantage of the lack of rules, grabbing a sledgehammer from under the ring. Uncharacteristic of the big man. He himself, quite the weapon on his own. But as we said, a bit of a psychological game that Brody Lee has been waging with himself for the past year or so. Got in a terrible slump. Oh, dang! Got in a terrible slump in year 6, fought his way out of it, and then just when he was on the cusp of getting a title shot, Kenny Omega swooped in and stole his momentum and his shot at the Hall of Fame Championship. Some sour grapes, it seems, by Brody Lee. A more violent and vicious side in this CMLL contest. Busting open Siriano Jr. here. Halcone busted up in a big bad way thanks to that sledgehammer shot across the brow. It's going to make Halcone a more sympathetic figure here, but Brody Lee doesn't care. just makes it more of an open target. He'll be looking for that wound. He hits that super kick under the jaw. See Suriano Jr. trying to fend off the big man. Brody Lee getting a 2 count at the 5-minute mark. Suriano Jr. unfortunately busted open in the opening minutes of this contest, and the longer this thing goes, normally you would think it would favor Suriano Jr. being the more athletic of the two. Oh, but Brody Lee is not going to let him last too long with more shots like that. Definitely a more violent side of Brody Lee in this contest. This relaxed rules event being hosted by the GWA here in Mexico. We'd like to thank our friends in the CMLL for co-sponsoring this event with us and supplying half of the talent in this friendly promotional battle, though I don't know how friendly things are feeling in the locker rooms at the moment, with CMLL down 2 matches to 0, and with Brody Lee busting open Hal Cone Siriano Jr. as he has. It was booked in the spirit of good sportsmanship, regardless of the chip on the shoulder of one Brody Lee here. The GWA locker room still reeling from the sudden retirement of Vader, someone we had just begun to invest our time and effort into, heavily featuring them as much as we could since hiring them, and then having them retire on us. A little more gun-shy about hiring legends going forward, I would think. Mind you, we have a handful in our collection already that put on fantastic performances every time and don't seem to be slowing down. By the way, that is now 2 competitors that have retired after defeating Bobby Lashley. Stone Cold and Vader have that in common in the GWA. I just put that together. Both gentlemen successful in a match against Bobby Lashley, but the toll it took on their bodies caused them to retire. Bobby Lashley retires another legend in the GWA. Big discus clothesline by Brody into the cover. 2! Got him! Kind of a matter of time once he started bleeding, but Brody Lee putting the finishing touches on a 3-0 promotional fight victory for the GWA against the CMLL. How do we do? 78%, our first one to dip below 80. We're still around 80 overall. Still not bad. We're at 81 overall. Still not bad for a squash match. And coming up next, we have a couple of title fights that will hopefully increase both the audience enjoyment and participation, as well as, you know, just the overall fight feel. As far as the promotional battle goes, it doesn't matter if we lose both of these matches. We will have won the promotional fight, and that's what matters the most. We've actually had people leave. If you look at our attendance capacity, less than 18,000 are here. I don't know why that is. We delivered on all matches promised, and it was estimated that 18,000 plus would be here, but that's okay. Let's get down to the ring for a CMLL Junior Heavyweight Championship match. Volador Jr. defending against GWA's Chris Statlander, representing the Squared Circle K. Volador Jr. in the teal trunks. Chris Statlander in the more elaborate black, white, and purple gear. Volador Jr. in the teal with white and yellow. White and gold. White, gold, and black, let's say. CMLL Junior Champion Volador Jr., I believe, has competed in the Best of the Super Junior tournament for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Let me just double check that. Is he the guy that looks like jacked? Yeah, that's him. He looks like Jack Cokie Romano. Yes, he's definitely been working for New Japan since 2012. And of course, worked Ring of Honor briefly when Ring of Honor had a partnership with CMLL. So I knew I recognized him from somewhere. And there with Chris Statlander, the Galaxy's greatest. in AEW in real life with the GWA in our little universe. Nice reversal there by Volador. Statlander looking to bring the CMLL Junior Championship to AEW, or excuse me, not AEW, GWA. I mean, she can bring it to AEW if she wants, but we need it back in GWA, should she win. Volador Jr. looking to put a win in the column for CMLL here. Looking to save some face and at least defend their titles after the trio of monsters took care of the actual competition portion of this event. Even if we win 3-2, it's still going to be a promotional victory for the GWA, so that part, that little bit of tension, out the window. Now it's just a couple title fights to round us out here. As Chris Statlander is sent off the ropes, nice arm whip by champion Volador Jr. Defending the CMLL Junior Championship here. 5 minutes gone in this one. Again, much like every other match on the card tonight, no rules essentially. Well, no countouts, no DQs, no rope breaks. I don't even think if this were, well, you can't do tag matches, but were there tag matches, I don't even think cut play was on, so you can't even like help your friends.
Give up. Give up.
Volador trying to slow things down with a single leg crab. Statlander's long, powerful legs able to break free. Round and round we go. Nice head scissor takeover by Volador Jr. Off the ropes he comes. Drop kick to the mush. Statlander taking his legs out, trying to slow things down. Nice counter there by Volador. Into the super kick. Code Red by Volador Jr. and into the cover. Statlander out at 2. Nice kick and punch combination by the Galaxy's greatest. Volador himself looking awfully confident here. Setting her up in the middle. What does he have in mind here? Nice! Back spring into the senton. Amazing display of athleticism by Volador Jr. Tilt the whirl into the arm whip. Round and round she goes. Statlander just grabbing a small package. No joke meant. Volador Jr. and then leveling him with a super kick. Stolen out of his own arsenal. Code Red by Volador. Just a 2. Can't seem to get that headlock in. Statlander there to counter every time. No counter for this knee bar. Statlander's got to break free under her own power. No rope breaks. As we creep toward 10 minutes here. And there it is. 10 minutes gone in this championship contest for the CMLL Junior title. Your semi-main event here. Flip pile driver by Volador, a.k.a. the Destroyer. Statlander still able to kick out. P.D. Williams rolling over in his, well, not grave because he's still alive, but rolling over in his backstage meeting at WWE, I guess. Joshi style. Body slam there by Statlander. More control on that version than the one you see most men employ. Oh, cracks her back for into the Magistral. 1, 2. No, Statlander just rolls the shoulder at 2.9. Oh, flipped into a code red. Statlander escapes again. What a flurry of offense by Volador Jr. It's getting faster as the match goes on. Another code red off the ropes. And now a standing version. 1, 2. Statlander out again. Setting Volador into the corner. Able to escape. You can see it's taken a lot out of Volador to do this flipping, flopping, and flying. Hurricane Rana. 2. Statlander out again. Axe kick by Chris Statlander. Into the cover. 1, 2. Volador Jr. gets the shoulder up. Sending Statlander in the corner now. Statlander counters. He's going to wait for Volador to stand here. Back on the attack. No. Leg scissor takeover. Volador looking to strike while the iron is hot. Rolled through. 1, 2, 3. Got her. Volador Jr. retains. I'm actually really happy with that. That's perfect. Nicely done. CMLL on the board. Like I said, doesn't matter because we already won. And 85%. That's right. That's what I wanted. Dragging us further and further. Like the more north of... let me put this in. The more north of 70 we can get, the better. 3-1 GWA in the overall promotional standings, but that's okay. Yeah, we've already won. We've already won. Failed to take title. That's okay. Like, title defended. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, so long as these guys don't stink out the joint, we're going to be okay. As LA Knight, representing the GWA for as long as he's NXT champion, is defending it against Caristico, formerly Sin Cara, formerly Mystico, formerly a couple other different names somewhere in there. Sin Caristico. Bunch of weird stuff. Anyway, down to the ring for your main event. LA Knight in the red tights. Caristico in the traditional, well, it's clearly he's dressed as Sin Cara. In the white, gold, and red attire. Caristico looking to become NXT champion. Bring the title to CMLL. From the GWA's LA Knight. LA Knight confident or secure in the fact that GWA has already won the promotional battle, but unaware of the fact that his roster spot in the GWA is conditional upon his remaining NXT champion. So we'll see what happens at the conclusion of this matchup, depending on who wins. Quick 1 count there by LA Knight, coming off a successful title defense against Trent Seven on our last show. We are 100% going to be running LA Knight into the ground, having him defend his title every month until he loses it. If I can't bring somebody in from NXT, I'll put him against one of our monsters. Well, not one of our monsters, because we eventually have to drop the title back to someone from NXT. But I might start pairing him with people from GWA. We'll see. That is, of course, if Caristico fails in his efforts to become NXT champion. A bit of redemption, perhaps, for Caristico, given how his WWE career turned out overall. Nice. Powerbomb into a 2 count there, an early 2 count for LA Knight. Sub 5 minutes in this one. Challenger already reeling, and there's a gravy train by LA Knight. 1, 2. Caristico barely able to escape and can't get out of the blocks here in this championship main event. NXT title on the line. LA Knight versus Caristico, who's coming off the ropes. Trying to get back into this one. The first 5 minutes have been all champ.
5 minutes gone.
Another quick takeover there by Caristico off the ropes once again. Nice drop kick to the face. Caristico able to flip out of the arm wringer. LA Knight says he's going down. Has hit him with his best shot. Has LA Knight. Caristico telling him to fire away. Nice. Moonsault, body press into a pin. Just a 1 count. Hurricane Rana. Another 1 count. Nice roll through. Caristico trying to out-wrestle his way to the title. Float over on the suplex attempt. Counter after counter by Caristico. Nice. Spikes him with the poison Rana. Can't counter that powerbomb, though. And LA Knight says he's going down. Another code red. 1, 2. LA Knight out at 2. Standing variation of the Black Hole Slam, also known as the Scrap Buster. Can't follow up though. Oh wait, he can. Counters the powerbomb into a pin. 2 count for Caristico. Victory roll! 2! Once again, LA Knight escapes. Champion reeling now. First 5 minutes to the champion, next 5 to the challenger with all these pin attempts. Oh, damn! Face first goes Caristico. Discus lariat by LA Knight. Looking to put the challenger down, and now he's busted him open. Caristico bleeding here. After all that, going for a pin on LA Knight. Getting a 2 count at the 10-minute mark. Nice extension on that takeover. Round and round into the armbar. Round the world into the armbar. Signature offense out of Caristico. Not enough to put down LA Knight, though. Big powerbomb. Trying to work that wound behind the mask of Caristico. Is your NXT champion. Ase moonsault! Out of the corner, and he got him! Caristico wins the NXT title! I'm cool with that. It was quick. LA Knight got surprised. GWA still wins 3-2. And I can fire him. 3-2 GWA. We still win. All right. Meh. It wasn't really my championship. Now I can fire him. Let me just move over here and do my Wayward Champion thing. LA Knight of CMLL has the NXT, or sorry, Caristico of CMLL has the NXT Championship. And we'll just invite Caristico from now on. Oh, come on now. Save, not save as. Thank you. All right, so all that happened. We still won 3 matches to 2. And again, I'm totally fine with us losing the last 2 matches because we already pulled it out. We were over 80, so we kept our sponsorship deals. And we won. We did it. Just under 18,000, but that's, you know, they're almost there. I don't know if we made too much money. We got new NXT Tag Team Champions. We have a new AAA champion, Tito Santana. Kengo. Mashingo, I think, is All Japan Junior Champion. Gage. Nick Gage is the GCW champ. We still made almost $1.5 million somehow. New Japan is a singles tourney. That's it. Please, no more retirements. My heart can't take it. Is that Yoshihashi? That might be Yoshihashi. Gorilla Monsoon! Akuma in Latin America. I don't know if that's Gran Akuma. That might be somebody else. Davey in America. Davey Richards? I thought Davey Richards was already there. I don't know who this Davey is. Jay Rukin, perhaps, in America. Kevin is dissatisfied with the way you're running things and wants to have a word. This is Kevin Blackwood. What do you have to say? Let's give him a passionate speech. Give him a passionate speech. Okay, let's save all that. Let's do our management. Training center maintenance. Quick. Quick like bunny. Not quick like bunny, but still. Gotta get it done. Repair. I can't believe Vader retired on me. Rude. How do we do merchandise-wise? Not bad. See, I'll keep most of that. Maybe. I am going to a much larger venue. Let's see what else. This is gonna, oh, I know. Consultation. Where are you? Hi, LA Knight. You're fired. Bye. LA Knight, fired. The NXT title has moved on. It's no longer in the grips of that guy who wouldn't work anywhere because he was a freelancer and he wouldn't show up for a one-night thing. So it's now in CMLL, and I can use my ties to get it back to NXT somehow, some way. No problem. Okay, that's all good. Resources. Oh, I need to do personal advice. Let's do our raises. Becky Lynch wants more money? Sure. Consultation. At least I gotta make people happy if they're making not great money. There we go, we're going up to 5. Close to it. I mean, they're gonna get big raises until they get to around 5, and then tiny raises after that. And only if they ask. Only if they're like... only if there's scuttlebutt that there's problems, you know? Drew McIntyre wants a raise. How much you making? 3? 4.5. See, he's almost close already to our new threshold. Don't tell your friends. They'll all want money. Kenny Omega. Hey, Kenny. Where you at, Kenny? Already making 4. There, see? This one, because it's just over 5. That's exactly what we want. There you go, bud. Enjoy. Records person. Bison Smith, sure. What do you say, Bison? Where you at? There you are. How about a nice fat raise? Okay. How about... who else needs something? Buddy Matthews, you got it. What are you making? 26? There you go. Now you're over 4. How's that? How's that? Everybody making bank. Or, you know, getting closer. Kazuchika Okada. Okada. There you go. Now you're over 5. Starting to lose trust. Starting to lose trust. Starting to lose trust. Okay. All good. I've already done my training center. I've already fired LA Knight. Oh, wow. Every single scout came back with somebody, which is kind of cool. So let's do Europe freestyle. 6 months. Out you go. Strong Japan. 6 months. Out you go. Lucha Latin America. 6 months. Out you go. Kings Road America. 6 months. Out you go. And then you, Strong in America, for 6 months. There we go. Spend 10 grand sending out all my scouts. Wowzers. So we are in a post-Vader world already. So I have to hire somebody. Well, would have been 2 people. How unfortunate. Looks like my stream went down again. Just as I'm about to sign off. Like, I can't even sign off properly. Which is unfortunate. That's rather silly. I have to wait for my stream to come back. There, it's back now. My apologies as it seems to have disappeared once again. But I'm just coming back to log out, which is kind of silly. So, let me just wait until this thing says that the duration of this is long enough to count. And then I'm literally doing my sign off. Duration, go. I'm waiting for the Twitch app. There. Now it's acknowledged that we are once again broadcasting, and I apologize for that because honestly, I'm just about to sign off. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, even though this thing happens to be in 4 or 5 parts for whatever reason. No matter where or when you happen to be, I'm wishing everybody chill vibes and clear skies. And if you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. Don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. We are going to be back on the air Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to continue exploring the island and searching for survivors in Ark Survival Evolved. Until then, TTFN, let's go ahead and find ourselves somebody to spread a little love to on our way out of here. Oh, we got a bunch of other people are up and doing stuff. Oh, there we go. Let's go raid the boys from Previewed again. All right, thanks very much for hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night for Ark. If not, take care. Ta-ta for now.